Good day for people, apparently.
Beefs.
Today was a pretty good day for me as well.
I will begin the recording with this as well, because it was good.
Ooh.
Oh shit, sub-train! Yeah, thank you. Christian.
What am I playing for?
Come on, we gotta get that pointless dog emote.
This time it might not be a dog. It'll probably still be a dog, though.
It'll, yeah. Precious pupper.
Oh, I didn't get to show you the new lovely fellows. Oh well.
This is true. Actually, it's not true. I'm calling the police.
What's the percentage?
Huh?
Okay, 100%. Something.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, I see. The hype train started and now it completed. I don't know how the fuck this works.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I think this means that people will have access to a dog or something now.
Yeah, dog or something. Alright, so, here's the thing. I have the funny number of Jiggies currently. One of them is just, you know, another Hyrule one somewhere. Which means that, there's 3 levels left, and if we're going by Ocarina of Time,
1 second.
it's... No. I think I did the blue flowers on top of the maze. But yeah, if there's 3 levels left, it can't be Fire Temple, Water Temple, Shadow Temple, Spirit Temple, because that's too many. So I'm guessing the Fire Temple just doesn't exist.
Okay, that was a false alarm, but I will have to be on at some point for like 5 minutes.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm guessing the Fire Temple doesn't actually exist, so I think we're probably doing Water Temple next. I will, look around for note doors, though, because I think there were a few that existed somewhere that I could do things with. I just want to leave the Lost Woods. I just want to ollie. Just want to ollie. Just want to ollie. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's funny.
How's everybody's day been?
It hasn't!
I know for some people here it's only going to be like 1 PM or something, but...
Where's the fast travel place is like Banjo's house, right? Or was that Temple of Time? I actually don't remember.
I have no idea.
Oh no! Yeah! I wanted to not sneeze loudly, but guess what we did? God damn it. Hate it.
Goddamn, Grandpappy. Oh yeah, so, my medicine came.
Medicine man, come get your snake.
We didn't do Ace.
I'm sorry, I like have to keep withholding sneezes here. They're really bad. Ugh. Worst. Oh my god. I feel terrible right now, holy shit.
Wait, why is Lake highly after Forest Temple?
Why wouldn't it be? Was it supposed to be like the Addams Family?
It's supposed to be a Fire Temple, isn't it?
Okay, you weren't listening earlier.
What? Was it when I was, like, BRB?
Yes! No, I think I said it when you were BRBing, and then I reiterated it afterwards. Yeah, I'm only missing 31 Jiggies, so there's not room for 4 more temples, so I think we're skipping Fire Temple.
Oh.
The chat log isn't scrolling? Oh, it is. Okay, what did you think was going on? What's going on with the music here? Okay, this sounds like the Twilight Princess, like, Hylia music. Anyway, I don't actually want to properly be here yet. I kind of want to go back to the Ferald and see if there's any other doors to open. Oh my god.
Why do I have a notification? Oh, another channel I follow is live. Oh, I see.
Also, apparently in the last stream, I was, like, obnoxiously quiet, can people like make sure?
Yeah,
that
what's
I sound
audio
okay?
balance like? Anyone except for Ultima or Jelly Mist, let us know.
Yes. Also, no cabbage walkers.
Just nobody that listens through speakers.
Sniff.
There sure is audio.
I'm not obnoxious. Okay. I'm obnoxious.
No, he was really quiet last time. Because I edited the worst video. That is the video of worst. What do you mean there's another hype train? No one donated anything.
Yeah, what? Oh shit, we got a Squirtle. It's better than
Oh,
a
it's just
dog.
talking about level 1 again. Okay.
Such strong support. Level 1 completed. Man, I don't understand Twitch stuff. I have not worked at Pizza Hut in quite a while. It's...
Coming up on
It's
over a year now.
Let's see, I quit, I think it was... Shit, was it May 3rd or was it March 5th? It was one of those of last year. So yeah, it's been over a year.
I think by April you were already working at Jizzy Mike's, so...
Because I know my password there was either 0503 or 0305, and it was based off my starting date. I just don't remember which one it was.
It will... Wait, oh. No, I'm not sure, because I thought you started at Jersey Mike's at, in April. Start of April.
Why am I going back in here? Anyway, yeah, I think I just need to go to Lake Hylia. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any other, like, actual crap to investigate. I should probably stop wasting time. How many notes do I need for that? 640? Yeah, I can't do that yet. Okay, screw it. We're going to the lake. Need to have point rewards, including hydrating? Absolutely. Okay, lake is always nighttime, apparently. Oh shit, let's make a beeline for the fishing hole. Do I have another job? No. I'm too lazy. So here's the sequence of events, basically, like, it kind of summarized a little bit. So, like, you know, I quit Pizza Hut and worked at Jersey Mike's for about a year. That job went under, at the end of April, and I knew I was going to be moving soon, so I basically just didn't bother finding a job for May. Moved here at the start of June, and I still haven't really looked for one because I am just kind of enjoying not having to do anything. I will eventually have to get one because I obviously don't have an infinite amount of money in savings, but I have enough to, like, you know, be okay for a little bit.
You only just dipped into your savings like a week ago, right?
I still technically haven't. Until a couple days ago when I bought a bunch of furniture, I've actually still, like, been okay with just the stuff I have in checking. But yeah, I would have had to pull from savings to pay for next month's rent. And also I bought a bunch of furniture, so yeah. So, what the hell's going on in here?
So obviously it's not my stream channel, but I vote against anything that plays a clip or audio over the top of the stream, because I find that extremely obnoxious when I'm watching other people's streams. I don't understand why so many people do it.
You gotta do it for the obnoxiousness factor.
God.
Alright, let me actually go see what Blubber has to say. In his defense. Boo-hoo, mummy!
If you buy a Nintendo DS, play Mario games, because they are the best. Inexplicable noise for it every time. What do you mean chat's cut off?
Oh, come on, it shouldn't be. I thought I fixed that shit. Okay, hold on. How is it cut off? I don't understand.
God damn it. You said the fish in the tank, and for some reason I immediately thought of Wheelin'. Like, I thought that's what you were referring to. Even though no one else knows what the fuck Wheelin' is.
I wonder if that's tied to a path. Well, it's dead now. Okay, never mind. It just drops infinite health. I'm a fan of this.
Oh boy, is it the singing salmon spending all day jamming on the wall there?
What? What, the big mouth Billy Bass?
Yes.
Maybe.
The one in Gravity Falls was I'm the singing salmon spending all day jamming. It was good.
It was bad.
The crash is intended behavior.
Yes. But quick, what is the fish's name?
Royston.
No. Well,
Really?
the goldfish. I meant the fish that's in here.
Oh, I don't know.
It is Chunk.
I wouldn't have known that.
Alright, I might be able to break that boulder by farting eggs at an exact angle, but I am guessing that's not what I meant to do, so... Bench. Oh yeah, how do you get infinite health from Sir Slush? There's a way to do that, I just don't remember what it is. Wait, I do need to shit onto the rock? Really?
Is the Slush, like, the snowband enemies and...
Yeah, the
Well, I guess they're not just in Cluck Weather and Freezes.
You can punch. Yeah, that's right. I remember seeing. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I saw a thing about that recently, and I had never known that, and then I forgot.
No, I think this is just the actual fishing hole music from TP. I think it's already a slowed down version of a different theme. Is it just Hyrule Field slowed down?
Maybe. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna just ignore this area for now. We'll come back later.
Yeah, it's Hyrule Field. Mario game. I unironically like that.
But it's scary.
It's atmospheric.
It's scary.
God, I need to play TP again.
But you just played it. If you actually do want to play through it again and just not record it or anything, I'd be up for watching it. I tend to not really get sick of that game.
Okay. It'd be an activity if I finish and or get sick of what the fuck is it even called? A Link to the Heavens? Oh, I'll be right back. 1 sec.
Nivea. Okay. Back. I don't know why I went back. I had to get that one egg, but not the other one. It was important. The hell is this? What is this? This isn't in the actual Lake Hylia. I don't understand what it's supposed to be. Well, it's, leading to some skeletons. What do you mean, Skyloft? What the hell? Okay. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know why that was, I violently reacted to that so much, but, there you has it. And my throat's full of Gargamel. Yeah, I saw that shit coming. Probably didn't need to do that, but whatever. Can I grab this in a stupid way? No. Hello, have fun. I mean, I have said there's a lemur in my throat, but I usually try to mix it up. like, in a perfect world, it would be a different thing every time, but, you know, I don't have that amount of variety in my life.
But how do I make this jump, Daddy? I can't make the ramp too far away.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
I'm going to try it anyway and then eat shit. Oh no, I ate shit.
What about chemical symbol for lemur? I remember there being a lot of, like, hoopla over the chemical symbol for tungsten being a W, and everyone's just like, oh, well, actually...
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Did I miss something?
You missed Skyloft.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just kind of up there.
Oh.
I don't know how to cross that bridge, but it exists. I like the blended beavers in the water supply. So yeah, we're definitely lowering this water level at some point. I say that because I'm an expert from having seen several shops in my time. How the hell do I get up there? I guess like that. It was not particularly hard. Also, last time, after finishing the stream, I realized that I never made use of the random, like, items behind the paintings. I think that was unnecessary information. Wasn't there, like, a band name in Boggy's room or something?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Dinosaur planet, huh? That sure is a pile of JPEG. I can't make out what the hell I'm looking at.
I see crystal in the middle.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Stop gaslighting me. There was a
definitely not
different.
Foo Fighters. Okay.
There was
yeah,
no. It was,
true.
there was a Foo Fighters poster, but there was a different thing written on the wall. Anyway, what's your idea, Rubioshi? Is it bingo?
Cat tit bingo specifically.
What the hell is that mask from? That looks really familiar.
Hold on. That is the warp stone from Star Fox Adventures. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, it seemed like a Star Fox Adventures thing. The online variant. What would that entail? Sorry, I'm being an ass, but like...
Why is Toots locked up?
Rubbish characters in video games police or something.
Also, that was a fucking bullshit mumbo token right there.
Yeah, kinda.
What? What do you mean crab? What the hell is going on in this room?
Water your garden. So it's just people play the game alongside you? Does it meaningfully change the gameplay in any way, or would you just be playing vanilla?
Why is there a sparkle here? What is time for crab? Is that the crab rave thing? Why is there a sparkle?
No, but I actually can't remember what it's from. Oh my god. It supports randomizer and multi-world, I see. And both compile. Jesus Christ. I don't know about a community thing, because that's, like, we're trying to organize just a regular community multi-world, and this is a bunch of shit to consider, and it's kind of... Yeah, so adding, another element to it might make it more complicated. I mean, it would make it more complicated.
I can't tell what's in there.
Is that the gold from Treasure Trove Cove?
It might just be a random, like, sparkle that doesn't mean anything. Anyway, yeah, so I'll actually go ahead and explain that now, and I don't know if I'll want to wander while explaining it, but I'll try anyway. I originally wanted to have the multi-world event, you know, with randos joining. I wanted to have that this Saturday, but it has been delayed until next Saturday, and it's not, there's a shock jump pad. Oh my god. It's not 100% set in stone, but Saturday's probably the best day to do it. I need to, put out a proper announcement video explaining exactly how I expect it to go, what I need people to do, that type of stuff. And, you know, I've been working on community resources and stuff. But yeah, I need to, like, basically gauge people's interest, see how many people want to join it, what their availability is, and then try to make something that works for the most people. It's unfortunately going to lead to quite a few people not being able to make it, but, yeah. Alright, what is this? Okay, I think that's just a screenshot of Dinosaur Planet or something.
When are you gonna play the leaked Dinosaur Planet beta? You promised.
Oh, right, I did. I forgot. Burp. Alright, what does this do?
Nothing.
Nothing, apparently.
Where are we going? Fox, I'm hungry.
Okay, so that was the Click Clock Wood Jiggy switch. Or, yeah, like, we haven't seen that area yet, but when we do, it sure will be able to be opened. Blizzard blowout. Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout.
Holy shit, it's Fug's funny.
So here's Bugs
Holy shit,
Bunny,
it's Doug
who's, like,
Funny.
black for some reason. Okay, that one was good.
Well, holy shit, it's Doug Funny.
Yes.
I'm glad to have made you proud.
There was such a... Oh my god.
He did not ignore it. He used it and it didn't lead to anything.
Did I? I don't remember seeing one.
You did use it. It didn't lead to anything, though.
We're going back.
Guess what? I'm sorry. I figured that it was just pointless.
This rope, though.
God.
It's so precise.
Oh. He could have just used the Scarecrow song and the hookshot to get up it.
Wow, what a fallard. Has anyone determined if fallard is actually a word?
It's not. I looked it up.
Pipe.
Pipe.
Bot the face?
Fallard. F-A-L-L-A-R-D.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be spelled like that, but yeah.
No. Well, Google wasn't like, did you mean this other thing, so...
Oh, no. Oh.
Baggers! Starts convulsing.
I find
Hello,
poggers, you know, acceptable.
What about, Little PogChamp?
also acceptable. It's terrible, but that's.
I guess you have to. I guess you have to fly into it.
I don't get when people call me Joshua. It seems really oddly formal. Like, that is my name, but like
it was to give a weird vibe to the message or something.
Borax, get the fuck out of here. Banjo! Oh shit, someone had a transition. What is that? What is that tiny green... What is that thing? Is that a bug? I can't tell what that thing is.
It looks like a grasshopper or something. Let's see. I thought if you hover over an emoji, it tells you what it is.
Apparently not. It's a
cricket. Okay.
Crickets are actually brown or black. Okay, who's peeking out over the fucking ledge there?
Peeking! Pointing!
It sure is a person.
I don't know who it is, but I bet Red Star knows who it is. Oh, sure enough, this is Skyloft.
Yep. No? That seemed
really.
Like, I was like positive that was what you had to do.
Sam?
I'm gonna try it again just in case I was off. I'm gonna be pissed off if... Yup, that was it.
Oh my god.
Unless I just clipped into it and maybe I was supposed to like hit a button to blow up the heart or something. Another switch. Is this the water level? I don't know if I want to hit that if that's what that is, but I'll save state before. Nobody said anything. Okay, there we go. Gobi's Valley entrance moment. What, like the thing where you can ground pound the sarcophagus to get the Jiggy early?
This is a certified Banjo-Kazooie moment.
It's... okay. Big Seventh Heaven actor moment.
The hell is that? There's a game up there.
There was? I didn't see shit.
Between her wings.
Oh my god. Is that just double dash? It looks like double dash.
If it looks like double dash, smells like double dash. But Chuck Norris says it's fucking beef, then it's beef.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess we opened the water temple, which, you know,
The
I
water
did at some
temple.
point. Did I say it weird?
No. You always do that. Like, you'll say something normally, I will say it wrong on purpose, just to be...
Well, I'm never
not
sure.
funny.
Like, sometimes
Like,
sometimes I say stuff that I don't necessarily believe to be true.
I don't usually make fun of the way you say stuff.
No, usually you make fun of the way Serena says stuff.
Yeah. Woulda.
I like how I'm getting attacked by the fish. Has anybody ever, you know...
Did I come up with a better name for Whelan's evolution? Because I just remembered that I named it something and it was incredibly stupid, and then I think I changed its name to something else, but I can't remember if I did or not.
Where is that door used in the base game? Like just a switch that opens a door? There's some in, like, Mad Monster Mansion, I think. There's the one that's on a timer. I'm trying to think what other doors.
Oh no, I
do
didn't
open
rename
as a
it.
switch. Why am I
Oh
doing
no.
that? What's wrong?
I didn't rename it. It still has a shitty name.
Oh no, not that.
It's just a lowercase letter S.
Oh. It tried.
What should I name it instead?
Mario Party.
Oh yeah, it could have just been a grunty switch. Weather likes crabs. Okay. If I see crabs, I'll do that. Okay, yeah, we found that one through...
But is there an
chat.
island full of crabs where if you touch one, they teleport you to a random screen? First person to get that reference gets virtual cookies.
I didn't even hear it.
I said, but is there going to be an island full of crabs that if you touch them, you get teleported to a random screen? You're not going to get it. I'm wondering if anyone in chat will.
Because it reminds me of the fucking teleport scorpions from Eternal Darkness.
Oh, good.
Okay, so if I checked everything that isn't in the water then, it kind of feels like I have. Nobody knows. There was a chest over here, right? In the, like, Hylia warp, or the, yeah, Zora's Domain warp. Okay. Sounded like a lockup.
I'll ask the chat to name Wheelin's evolution, even though they don't know what Wheelin is.
Don't do it. Oh no, it's the crabs. Oh no, it's a fish. Ah, Keys.
I could use the name Dr. Friendship for this one. I want to use that one eventually. I'm not naming it Joey.
I don't know if... I mean, I haven't even seen the thing, but I don't know if Dr. Friendship is, I don't know if this one's good enough for that name.
Oh no, you guys, you're assuming that Wheelin has any relevance as far as the name goes. It doesn't.
I mean, it kind of does.
Oh really?
Oh god, dead. Am I actually screwed?
Oh my fucking god.
Do I lose all my notes? If I don't know if this game has that.
I think it does.
Yes, it does. Okay, when did I last save state? Okay, it was not long ago at all.
Colburn.
What about Rooster Cogburn?
Can you explain the Wheelin name then? Because I just thought it was irrelevant.
I don't know. He's just he's going. He's going. That's it.
Okay.
You know, going, wheeling, same thing. Alright guys, it's time for the most notorious dungeon in video game history. Will we be able to navigate the fuck? I don't know.
I'm Game Fallon.
I'm Game Fallard with another exciting video of Navigate the Fuck. Put the dog in the oven and you're feeling real cool. Put the dog in the oven and it'll feel radical. Dog in the oven. Battery's not included.
That bit insisted on itself too much, but I will accept it.
What do you mean?
He tried too hard.
The dog in the oven bit was fucking great.
But he tried too hard with the voice.
I don't know who Rooster Cogburn is. I said that because it was... There was an episode of Family Guy where Peter asked Cleveland Jr. to call him that. The Water Temple music with banjos is a little weird. True Grit. Oh.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Western. All Westerns are bad.
It insists upon itself.
Why is that even me? Oh, we. Oh. Really? Really? Okay.
What if the next secret area was just the entirety of Kingdom Hearts with all the mechanics implemented?
Oh, shit! That would be a lot!
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a Mario Party board as a sub-area. They could do, like, the Jungle Board or then Ice World.
There was a great Mario Party thing that happened in last Friday's Persona stream.
Oh?
Because there's a part where there's just a massive fucking amount of baskets being thrown, and, like, I'm just like, this looks like a goddamn Mario Party minigame where you're just having to dodge a relentless onslaught of bullshit, and then Joel, like, pulled up a song from Mario Party 2, and it fit oddly well.
Yeah. I keep thinking that, this song, like, when it goes dun 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 dun, I keep thinking it's gonna be, dashing through the snow, no one who's open sleigh.
Oh, it actually is.
Is it? Oh!
What?
Can you hear the horrible two-tone siren from the cop car outside?
I mean, I heard the siren driving by. I didn't hear anything special about it.
It was, after a point, it was like, but like at the same, like the notes at the same time.
Good. Okay, well, I guess I gotta pick a door to go in.
Hike a door.
There are just two. Oh shit, arthritis. Also, can I get into the...
Offended by the Christmas music in the summer. I keep wanting to be like, no, it's actually spring, but no, summer started yesterday. So.
Man Wayne.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
Man Wayne.
I will go in this one. I don't remember which one is the Rudo room.
Battle against a Rudo.
No more shit, man. This is the Rudo room.
Don't forget to bomb open the bomb open.
They caused trouble, but now they're rubble. Yes?
I'm enjoying the wall just pop in there.
I'm enjoying the Bennett the Sage hat.
This looks like a fucking Minecraft painting.
Yeah, kinda. You know, if this was Master Quest, I'd absolutely have to poke this wall. Oh, I saw a game there. Hold on. Poking things counter.
Was that a counter in Mines LP?
No, but we eventually determined that there should be. Okay, if this is actually the water level switch, then... Okay, no, it isn't. Oh, it just opened several doors. Okay.
Several doors.
Yeah, I saw it there. I just didn't say anything.
You forgot Mario 64.
Good job, but you forgot Baby Moses.
Baby Moses, baby Moses, baby Moses. Ninja.
Jam jars.
Cod Swallop.
Skin Flint and Junk Codger. Anyone remember what that's from?
The Epistemological Church.
Alright, I seem to have several options. I should probably do the other door at the bottom now, just so I don't forget. the dog in the oven.
Yinyo.
Bottle-diddle-doop, bottle-diddle-doop, bottle-diddle-doop. This is the commentary, folks. I mean, usually, but not this time. I swear the dude fucking posts something like every 5 minutes.
I still have not been recommended anything from him.
And it's always like
once.
Every time he posts something, it's always like, guys, can you believe that they fucking released yet another game that is incomplete? Be prepared for my scathing review of it tomorrow. And like, I'm like, how the fuck do you make so many reviews? Like, and then there was the one where he's just inexplicably like, yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of Ronald McDonald.
If you're watching Dimitri, open to cars, by the way. No, that's stupid.
What?
I don't know. Like, the thought crossed my mind, like, oh no, what if he's watching and he gets mad and it starts like a spat? So I'm like, I should say that we're huge fans. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Huh?
Why was there a small bit of huffing and puffing?
I don't know.
I'm huffing and puffing up a lush up. I go to the kitchen, I make me a sandwich.
What's Pelliper?
That is the most minor typo. Get the fuck out of here. At least it's not Pelly Pepper.
God. Oh, suddenly 3 messages.
Oh.
Willie's still weird and still delivering inflection makes obvious he's reading off a script. I see.
I did watch like 2 videos of his. They weren't bad. They just weren't anything that I really feel like I need to go back and like watch a backlog or anything.
Right. Kakona?
How about Decadooey?
The fishies?
What? Whose toes are those?
Who's that great ape right there? The fishies thing is from the Pro ZD skit with the mobster boss that sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Ah, yes.
Random nobody YouTubers that YouTube keeps shoving in your face.
I don't remember.
Let's make some enemies, let's see.
Oh, shit. And I mean, I will admit, the only reason I'm still getting them recommended is because I keep clicking on them.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a problem I could fix, but I always want to, like, every time I see one, I'm like, Jesus, dude, how the fuck? Like...
Alright, here's a channel that I pretty consistently find unfunny and yet keep clicking on the videos. Man carrying thing. I'm sure there's gonna be
I've actually seen a bunch of those recently, too. I think
like,
they're usually
some of them are okay, but most of them, I'm like... some of them even piss me off, but most of them just don't amuse me.
They're a little bit...
You haven't been pissed off by more of them.
I mean, I don't know what there would be to be pissed off by, other than just, like... some of them are almost, like, too easy.
Yeah, I guess. That's not even really my problem, though.
Oh.
Let's see, anything else?
Oh yeah, there was the one I got recommended yesterday that was like, my giant centipede escaped somewhere in my house. I'm like, nope!
I can summon centipedes. I've seen some of that guy's videos, and I think I started to watch the first Mario Party one. It was just so long, and like, I normally kind of like long videos to like put on a double speed and just like have on the background or something. For whatever reason, I couldn't get into that one. Most of these are channels I've either never seen or I've seen a few things and I'm like, yeah, they're fine. Are there any more here that I don't like? Or that get recommended to me a lot that I don't know?
Crab people. Crab people.
Mario Party 6 one's 5 hours long. Christ. I mean, I watched the fucking, like, 8-hour Victorious Part 2 video.
Shit, is there
And all the other ones.
But, if you look over here, you'll see a sneak preview of an upcoming LP. Except not on my channel.
Maybe. I'm considering it.
Oh, I thought you decided.
No. Also, I don't like to announce stuff that far in advance.
Too bad.
I have actually hinted to the next LP, in a video, and it's not that. That was a consideration for what to do after that.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay, I have to point this out. So between the previous stream and this one, I got more furniture until I have a different computer desk now, and the corner of this thing is ridiculously sharp. And
Wasn't the other one sharp?
It was sharper than my first one, but this one's sharper than that. And I have a small table next to it that I put drinks and snacks on, and I keep reaching over to get my drink and fucking cutting my arm on the corner of this table. It's a little annoying.
Oh, I don't mind stuff being recommended to me. And I'll even go in and trim out, if I watch a video and I'm I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this or if I want to have see more videos like this. If I watch something and I'm yeah, I don't think I want to see more. I will go in and actually delete it from my history just so I don't get more stuff recommended like that. So I curate a little bit, but I don't mind. I do have it not save my search history though.
So I want to point out I like that Banjo made the comment about the water temple doesn't seem so bad to me, specifically after collecting the Jiggy that's in the area that most people miss. I assume that was intentional.
I have seen I think I've seen all of Scott's Nintendo Switch retrospective videos. I know I at least saw the first 2 or 3, and I've seen the most recent one. The only one I'm not sure about is last year's or the one before, but I think I've seen all of them. I watched most of his videos.
Between who would win between Ganondorf and Majora's Mask? Probably Ganondorf. I feel like I've always basically felt that Ganondorf is kind of a shit villain, but I don't really know why I feel that way. And just looking at the fact that he can only be killed by holy artifacts, whereas Majora's Mask can just die from whatever, then
are we yeah, true. Did the events of Majora's Mask indirectly affect Twilight Princess?
Is the boss room? Yeah, this is...
Sort of.
Wait, can I even get in here?
It's more just the end of Oot. So at the end of Oot, you defeat Ganon, and
I like the boss key lock with crab claws.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, I can just get in there. Well, I'm doing that later.
At the end of Oot, you defeat Ganon, and then Zelda sends you back in time to relive your childhood. And then Majora's Mask is Navi leaves, and so Link goes to try to find her, and then the rest of the game has nothing to do with Navi. But
why is there just a glider face? I know that those faces are in Grunty's lair, but it was still weird.
But while trying to follow Navi, Link ends up in Termina, and he's away for a while. And presumably at the same time as this is when the trial of Ganondorf happens at Arbiter's Grounds, where he's banished to the Twilight Realm. Actually, what did they banish him to the Twilight Realm? I can't remember.
What in TP?
I know he killed Ruto.
In TP, they tried to just execute him, but then he pulled the sword out of his chest, killed one of the sages, and then they basically panicked and then just shoved him in the Twilight Realm because they didn't know what else to do with him.
Yeah.
Also, I surprisingly know this. In the original game, there's 2 Jiggies that Yeah, I guess actually the septic tank Jiggy does give you a message, so there's 3. There's also the one that's just in a treasure chest in Treasure Trove Cove, where Grunty's just like, now harder still your game will be. And then there's the one from Napper the Ghost in Mad Monster Mansion, where she rhymes boot with put. I'm trying to remember what the line is. It's just like... It's just like, oh no, my treasure, like, now Grunty's gonna be mad. I don't remember what he says. And she's just like, yes, I'm mad, and then I'll put, like, I don't remember the line. It's fucking bad. It doesn't rhyme. It's like...
The Shadow Link clones are not... Well, they're not literally anything, because it's just like a vision that Linearu was giving Link. But in terms of what they're supposed to represent, they're supposed to represent the Interlopers, which are just a group of dark magic users that got banished to the Twilight Realm and became the Twilight. There is, I'm pretty sure, 0 evidence that they are the same tribe that created Majora's Mask. Like, some fans theorize it, but the games do not state this. So, it's not, like, canon or anything.
Always gonna check corners, because you never know if there's random bullshit. Ish. Dude, you gotta come to my cousin's club.
I'm not going to talk about the Pokemon timeline, because I already talked about that in the Mother 3 video that's going up tomorrow. Like, I can double check if there's some info I'm missing, but I think I would know about it. Zelda, Wiki, Interlopers.
There are no interlopers. Can I... No. No? What if I do this? Hold on, can we do stupid shit? Yes. Yeah, E-Miner! Yeah! Well, hold on, is this Treasure Trove Cove? I don't think it is.
So for what it's worth,
this
the
is
only...
Spiral Mountain. This is Grunty's Lair. This would have to be Mumbo's Mountain. This would have to be Treasure Trove Cove. So yeah, this is...
Purple cow moment? Is that a reference to the fucking Big Tip RPG? Wait, no, that cow wasn't purple. What are you talking about? Anyway, the only other info about the interlopers I can find here is on the wiki. It says in the Japanese version, they weren't given a name, not even interlopers. They're just called a clan of sorcerers, or like a tribe of sorcerers. Or just people native to Hyrule that were skilled in magic, not even necessarily like sorcerers. And then also Linearu in the Japanese version says that they tried to control Hyrule, whereas in the English version it says they tried to control the Secret Realm. Good shit. Why was he looking for Navi? Because Navi is Link's friend. Also, not everyone hates her. I don't mind Navi.
I don't particularly like Navi, but I don't think she's as annoying as everyone says.
Yeah. It's almost like a Duck Hunt Dog situation, actually.
Yeah, where it's just massively overblown. I still hate Fee. I mean, I feel like Navi is just too straightforward. Like, there's basically no semblance of a personality, whereas, you know, Tattle has the, oh my god, you don't know about levers? And then Fee is, like, supposed to be emotionless, but is also fucking annoying.
I like Fi. Baby Mario, baby Mario, baby Mario. Yeah, it's not really explained why Navi left.
My planet needs me. Alright. I'm not expecting anything amazing here. There's no way there's going to be a dark banjo fight, so what are we actually getting?
Do I like pie? I haven't had a lot of pie, but what I've had I like. Sweet pies, I mean. I've never had like a meat pie, that sounds kind of gross, honestly. Do I like pie the constant? It's alright. I think it's a little bit overrated.
It is actually.
I'm not one of those like Taoist peoples. Yeah, I'm not one of the people that's like, we should use Tao instead of pie, but...
I have never heard of this.
Tao is just two pie.
Okay.
There are a few circumstances where a formula or an expression uses 2 pi. For example, circumference of a circle is 2 pi times the radius, so it could be tau times the radius if you use tau. But like, I think phi, or like the golden ratio, is a better. I like the golden ratio. That one's also probably a little bit overrated. I see people that are like, oh my god, it's literally like the heart of nature and the universe. It's like, okay. It comes up for a reason, but...
Alright, I think the only thing left to do in the temple is fight the boss, and then hopefully that'll lead to, like, a water switch or something.
Navi left him to go join Phi, but Phi is in the Master Sword. She's, like, if she moves away from... Well, actually, no, okay. Link is a child, so... In Majora's Mask, the, Phi is just sitting around in the Temple of Time, so... If Navi wanted to hang out with Phi, she would stay there. I should probably pick up Godot or something. I've heard it's a good, like, game engine for sort of beginners at that. I'm experienced with programming, but not with game programming. And,
What the hell was that noise?
Probably get more experience. What?
I don't know, there's just a fucking weird noise when I went in that door.
Huh?
There's a nippage. I can't believe they didn't code Morpha into this game. Brown.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
Is that Jeff Force Gemini?
Yeah.
Ooh. Not as nearly as fully featured. Yeah, but I've tried Unity once when I was like 15 and tried to follow a tutorial and had trouble with it, so obviously I just can't use Unity. I'm just incapable of it. Like a good few flash.
Why is it... Oh. Sped up, its voice is Mumbo. Good. Ow!
Well, anyway, my point is just that I should get into some kind of game dev stuff. They keep talking, like... So I mentioned before that I'm on, like, a graduate program where I'm working as, what do you call it? Sort of a consultant, I guess, but I'm on, like, a contract placement with an insurance company for 2 years, doing automated tests, like writing and maintaining automated tests.
Shit.
And to be honest, like, I'm 99% sure this is just gonna be like a stepping stone. I intend to, like, take some time to make some, like, little experimental game demos and stuff like that. Potentially just a small game in general. I want to try to get some stuff to make a portfolio so that I can actually apply for a game dev job, like, after this contract runs out in, like, a year and a half. But...
Good hit detection.
But, in the course of me doing my work, to keep talking about like, oh, you know, as you progress in your career and you become like a senior tester, I'm like nodding my head like, yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
Okay.
Me? No, I don't want to go live in Japan.
Me? Well.
Me? Well. I'd like to visit Japan. I would not like to live there.
So, 5 notes, 2 Jiggies, and a honeycomb. There's a treasure chest that's underwater. There's a rock that I need to break in the fishing hole. I don't know what else. I also don't know how to drain the water. Meek and Gaga.
We've also never tried spaghetti.
Oh, it's Parrot Frankiel. Yes? Why do I hear Clanker? What? Is that just part of the music?
Oh.
What the fuck is this?
Isn't the New York store just a gift shop?
I realize there's a chest under there. I have seen it. I don't know how to get it open. Because I can't attack underwater. Yeah, I might have to take a shit. There's no way that these clanker noises were there before.
Yeah, I think I would have remembered them too. No, I don't see myself happily working any kind of retail, to be honest.
I don't mind retail as much as I like to claim that I do, but yeah, I mean, that's not exactly a dream job.
Yeah, I would make less money than programming. Like, I don't make the most money right now, just because this graduate program was kind of like the best I could get with what I was going, like, I didn't want to keep looking for a job and having issues with that.
I can't tell if these are
but,
happening.
You know, I'm making some amount, and
okay.
once I get,
oh boy, it's just a
contract, I'll make more.
That was a lot of hoopla for nothing. Okay.
I can't really complain. I make enough to save up a few £100 every month.
Also, I have 45 Mumbo tokens. If the prices in this game are the same as in vanilla, that actually should be enough to get the last 2 transformations. I guess I'll go back to the freaking fishing hole. Can you Wonder Wing into water? I mean, it will cancel it as soon as you go in. I think. Let me check. That looks to be the case, yes. Okay, so yeah, there might just be a magical egg angle here. Where's the thing I'm hitting?
Yeah, I could stand to buy less, like... Is it called takeout if you get delivery? I guess it's just delivery. I could stand to get delivery less often and snacks and stuff less often.
Oh, shit! Oh! Okay, let's take care of that.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid play. I'm fine. Like, I know how to code. I just need tutorials for how to actually work with the engine, because I don't really know how to do that. Maybe now that I have actual experience with code and not just, like, the basics from when I was 14, like, I could actually, like, work with something. I don't know. I'm scared to dip my toes in, because I also know it's going to be, like, really time-consuming. But it's probably, I mean, it's almost certainly worth it if I want to get Yeah, because I want to get a job in games. And thankfully, having this job allowed me to move to Brighton. And now that I'm here, there's like... When I was applying before, I actually did apply to a few game places, and it didn't work out for other reasons, but even if it had, like, it would have been a fucking shitty commute because of I live, like, an hour or so away, plus, you know, public transport means that there's always going to add a bit of time to the journey, just by the nature of having to go on their schedule. But now that I'm in this city, like, I could feasibly walk it to work pretty much anywhere in the city. Or at least get, like, a quicker bus.
Did I just kill the fish? No.
That's my current, like, short-term,
Okay.
like, mid-term plan. Yeah.
What was this again? Did I see this before? Okay,
Yeah, short-term goal is to work on a portfolio. Medium-term is, like, get a games job around here somewhere. Long-term is move in with Josh eventually.
Alright. So yeah, there's still apparently an area that I've missed. If somebody knows where to go, let me know.
What's that a reference to, Borax?
Oh, that sounds like city, comma, state.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's from Spamel.
Huh? I think the best result would be if Platonic got the rights to Banjo-Kazooie.
And then did something with it. I don't know if this is translatable. This might be a different Highland. These don't look like the letters from last time. Do I have all the Jinjos? Actually, no. Okay, so I'm missing orange Jinjo, 5 notes, and a honeycomb.
It actually said Jinjos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's right, you're an it. I meant the message. There is no, official public Discord. If somebody well, I was gonna say that there used to be a fan Discord. It still exists, but it's not a fan Discord anymore, really, so...
Wait, what the hell? There's just notes over here. Jinjo's in the fishing shack? Really?
Huh.
Oh boy, I found all of the notes on this world.
This world, yeah.
Alright, where's this alleged Jinjo? Yeah, leave. We kind of shit-talk that Discord a little bit, like...
We haven't in a long time.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's not even that it's necessarily that bad, it's just, it's the type of, like, Reddit behavior that pisses me off, the overly PC-ness. That's pretty much it. Gotta try the waterfall.
The place is pretty inactive now anyway, so there's like...
You said the Jinjo was in the fishing shack. Oh, this waterfall. Okay, let me see.
I really don't think you're part of the reason it was bad at all, Planful. Like, you left at one point, and there was a small bit of drama, and then everyone got over it, and then many, many, many more things happened. So...
Alright, so the only thing I'm missing then is, a honeycomb piece. So yeah, if there's a guide for this game and you can look up where both of those are, then I'll just take that information, I guess, because I don't want to scour the whole level.
So there's just a honeycomb piece?
I think so.
Oh, is yours still a fan Discord server?
I'm probably missing Mumbo Token somewhere, but that's just kind of... I mean, I've accepted that.
Huh. I always figured that just...
In the lab. I mean, I'll look. There was that weird sparkle in the ground.
I always figured... you don't have to get into it, but I always figured it was just the initial reason happened, and then you don't want to come back just because of how big of the thing it was when you left, or something. I don't know. Oh, I'm not actually sure what you're referring to, but you don't have to go into it, so... It's more of a 10 thing now, I see. I know I was invited to it at some point, and then I joined and saw that it was full of, talking to Borax here, so there was full of people that hated me and immediately left, so...
Hold on, can I, like, clip out of bounds?
Then again, I think I've made up with some of them now, so... Yeah.
This wall seems glitchy as shit. I can probably do something with this. I'm in, like, a Pedro spot. What the hell is this?
Christ.
Dun-dun-dun. Wait, did I not break open that chest? Okay.
Well then.
I think it's because I was, like, positive there was going to be something to drain the water throughout the whole level, and so I just didn't bother with it.
Where does it say that Terminus ceased to exist after Link left?
Not ceased to exist, ceased to exist, yeah. Wow, I can't believe you'd make an error.
Oh my god.
Error!
But that just makes it rarer. What?
Oh, 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 oh. It's Wario. There's apparently a Mumbo token on top of a tree. I mean, do we know if I got that? I can check. Wow, I can't believe that Majora's Mask is just a rip-off of Link's Awakening.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hmm. Is it
Okay,
actually
I gotta
canon?
read. There's more than that.
Let me guess. It also is like, oh, also Link is totally dead in this game.
No, but,
Hey, suicide is badass. Okay, no.
God, what was that from?
Alvis Sunny.
That's right. Yeah, so an official encyclopedia, oh, the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia from 2017, has the following information. So, basically, Termina isn't real. When a Skull Kid steals Majora's Mask from a traveling mask salesman, the combination of the Skull Kid's burdened heart and the evil magic within Majora's Mask transforms the world into the land of Termina. Termina is a parallel world with its own distinct culture, which is perhaps influenced by Majora's ancient tribe. This land is also inhabited by races and people similar to those found in Hyrule, which were constructed from the Skull Kid's memories and delusions. The four giants were friends of the Skull Kid, who, much like Termina itself, were created in a new form by the power of Majora's Mask. While the hero's pure heart allows the world of Termina to momentarily revel in its salvation, as soon as he departs, that world ceases to exist.
Where was this ever stated?
The official Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia, published in 2017.
Bullshit.
Just has a bunch of random trivia about stuff from across the games. Yeah, this is canon.
Uh, I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't know. Part of me gets annoyed when it's like, oh shit, it was a dream all along, because it's like, then it's like, okay, so nothing you did really mattered. But I mean, it's
Link physically existed in that world, even if it was created and then gotten rid of. It's not. I guess it's not so much that it wasn't real, so much as that its history wasn't real. Like it was spontaneously created by the power of Majora's Mask.
But then it's like, you know, you go through all the trouble to save everybody, and it's like, well, they don't exist after you leave anyway, so it didn't matter.
I assume by doing that, you're basically
bonus barrel.
I assume that by doing that, you're basically just giving Skull Kid magical therapy.
Alright. If I want to get, like, overly philosophical here, I mean, I guess the whole thing that I'm saying about, like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter or whatever, could also be applied to, like, oh, well, one day, you know, the Earth is going to stop existing, so none of this matters. It's like... I mean, and the answer to that is just, you know, you do what makes you happy and you help other people, like, just because it's good to do that, not because you need a reason to. And I guess the same applies there, but...
Yeah. I do feel the same. It's the same thing when I've seen people worry about, like, oh, are we living in a simulation? I'm like, bro, does it matter?
Yeah.
The only way it would matter to me
is interesting.
If we were somehow able to prove it, and then, like, in that one tweet, the person running it unplugged the computer.
Oh, can I not get on that tree? Oh, babe. Oh, it's babe. Oh, it's babe. Oh, it's babe. Oh, it's babe.
Oh, they're just lazy.
Oh, DK, come on. Oh, okay. Yeah, this hack has a lot of frickin' weird sections that I would have never expected it to have. It's very cool, though.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
BT spag. That's
Stop.
just silly, isn't it?
What would it be? Or what would it be? How many times can you find?
I've also thought about that, Alton. I always figure that, you know, like, the human brain is basically just a bio machine. Like, if consciousness is somehow resultant from that, then it can also be resultant from any other sufficiently complex machine that mimics the brain's functions.
When you say there might be a breakable wall by the hut, are you just guessing? Because I was wondering if the banana horde was down here, and it doesn't seem like I can break this wall. Nobody.
When you say the mortality, do you mean the capability of mortality? I guess technically all of those are inevitable, probably.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a jump out here. Wait, what about DLC? I wasn't looking.
What?
Grunty said something about DLC.
Playful, that quote also reminds me of the one that's like, they say people die 2 deaths, once when their heart stops beating, and once when somebody speaks their name for the last time.
I mean, that's just the plot of, Coco.
Okay, I think you said that when I told you that last time. But I definitely heard it from somewhere else.
I mean, I assume it comes from actual, like, Mexican culture, or maybe not even specifically that, but just, I don't know. Bruh.
I'm gonna look at where it comes from.
Oh my god, how do I keep getting hit by this? Oh. Okay.
Ugh. Oh, it's a Banksy quote? Ugh. Man.
Who or what is Banksy?
He's like the epitome of the pretentious artist.
Okay.
He's a street artist from the UK that fucking everyone sucks the dick of. I'd say everyone. There is like a vocal minority of people that kind of
I'm glad I
can't
tried
stand
that.
him. And yeah, I'm among them. But Banksy with an X. No, it's Banksy. Count yourself lucky that you don't know who it is.
Does he fill our streets with
You're not
banks?
missing anything. Yes.
Oh shit, I'm missing something. FOMO. I like how FOMO is apparently a thing. Stop.
Yeah, I only started hearing about it like probably like 8 years ago.
I heard about
then
it
I
like
tried
less
to
than a year
accelerate.
ago.
Bear and bird once were so favorites. Now we know that you're the lamest.
Yeah, we know there's a Banjo-Majora thing. Banjora. I was under the... I'm not disputing what you're saying, Play, but I was under the impression that, like, we'll know when the singularity happens.
What?
Talking about the singularity.
Oh no. Oh, it's woods.
I just realized that motif is reused in the Mind's music.
What the, like...
No, the doo-doo-doo. That became the doo-doo-doo. 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 Doo-doo-doo.
Do-do-do, I got it, yeah. I don't know what that was
Is
supposed
that
to
a
be.
reference to me?
What?
Doo-doo-doo, yeah, I got it. Like,
No.
I think I said that in the video at one point.
You might
That
have.
wasn't even referencing something.
Come on. There's way too many of these.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's Yeekum Bubblegum. Oh, I like Kingston Dee-Dee-Doo. He's here to clean your clock. Oh, come on.
You can throbble them.
Okay.
When you buy a Nintendo DS,
We'll play Mario games, cause they're the best. And you would not believe your eyes when you take a shit on Grandma. Have a happy holiday! Mamma mia! The new Nintendo DSi is only $7,000.
What was that variation from?
What do you mean?
With
Like-
taking a shit on grandma.
I
and
mean, that's
saying,
just me making it up.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So I guess you've been consistent about that. 'Cause
yeah.
I was reminded of it because I was watching the Mario 64 DS streams earlier, and you did the like take a shit on grandma version in that one too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most important part. What the hell is this bit?
There's no bit; it's a real ad.
There's just a shitty DSi ad from, like... Yeah,
2010 or something.
yeah, it was like, you know, a Christmas season. Like, it was a bunch of kids putting on a play trying to convince their parents to buy a DS.
DSi.
Same thing.
Did you get Jiggy?
No. That's why I'm, like, wondering what I missed.
Walking down a pit. Fuck off.
Well, I mean, that sounds like Donkey Kong Country. Oh my god. Yeah, no, the take a shit on grandma part, the original line, I don't know what the hell they're saying, but, like, they're showing the, like, camera function, and they're like, oh yeah, you can take a picture of grandma and, like, draw on it and make her look funny. You wouldn't understand the funny. Welcome to bonus stage. Alright, well I suppose that's all of the random Hyrule Jiggies then. The Breath of the Wild Shrine, there's a wall you can fly through, like, in addition to the one that I did.
Oh, it's when we snap pics of Grandma. Serena, what the hell are you smoking?
H, Greg. Bench.
How did you know that we did the Breath of the Wild shrine, but not know that we got the thing? I like the part where you crouch to the music.
It is so wholesome.
God, I'm fucking sick and tired of people complaining about fucking wholesome. I hear it everywhere. Oh my god.
We're having a time.
The reason I did 1 second is because I wasn't sure if it was in seconds or minutes, and it didn't specify the unit because Twitch is great. So I'm like, I don't want to ban you for 10 minutes, so let's just do 1 in case it's 1 minute. And then, yeah. Also, I really hate that you have to type commands. Like, I'm sure if I didn't have the chat popped out, I could, like, just right-click people's names and, or like, I guess just regular click them. But like, I don't have access to mod functions for some reason. Like, unless I... Oh wait. Manage suspicious user. Oh no, there's just monitor and restrict. I don't know what that's about. Weird. But yeah, I can't really, like, I have to use commands if I have the chat popped out like I do. Actually, let me test something. Close pop out.
I've never had to make a decision.
Oh.
Killing lots of bees.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, if I don't have it popped out, I can do this. So.
The hell is this map?
Oh, you know.
Okay. I mean, we've been there. What is the significance? Oh, that's a rope. Okay. I'm guessing the rest of this is just decoration and there's nothing up there. Man, I would spend hours trying to get up there when I was a kid. If you go back to Hyrule Town, you can check that one place for secret hints. Well, Hyrule Town is my favorite area, and I do like me some secret hints. I don't know where I'm going with this. What one place? It's been a while, you have to remind me.
Okay, if you can remember, then tell us. What are you holding out?
1, 2, $3. Dollars from Jared. So I'm assuming the last two levels are... I mean, I just opened Spirit Temple, so I guess either the... I don't... How about... Are we skipping Shadow Temple also? Is the last level just going to be like Ganon's Castle?
Who the fuck liked that asshole's comment?
What?
I'm not gonna, like, go into it, but I just wanted to go check if they replied yet. And they haven't, but there's a fucking like on the comment.
Oh, I think I know the one you mean. Let's get into it here.
No.
Oh shit, we got into it. I think Kakariko counts for Shadow. I already don't remember what that area even had in it.
I haven't really looked at any ray tracing stuff, to be honest. I'm, like, skeptical of it. It's weird to say, but, like, it's not a hardware thing, right? It's just... It's like a software thing that somebody developed that's, like, a new technique for lighting rendering or something. I'm like skeptical, because I'm like, if it's just software, then surely somebody could have already created it by now.
Okay, so I mean, here's the Rickroll room. What was the other area?
Oh, it is a hardware thing, okay. Never mind then. Also, I'm kidding, like, I'm not kidding, but, like, I'm not serious. I know that people can develop new, like, software innovations. I'm just saying, it's weird to think of, right? Like, it's just some code.
Put it in a box. Pee all over the cock. What would it be like? Puking Sullivan time.
Okay, well I think we found all of these areas anyway, but let's look at these and see what we got. So, next to the river, yeah, that was the shrine thing. What does that second hint say? It doesn't matter because we've already solved it, but I think it's Zora's River because the first letters is A. Just the second line start with an R. That... Okay.
It probably does because the last letter is. And it's the same as the third from the first
In
one.
the words.
Like, because we found all of these already, so I don't think I actually need these hints, but... What does that first one say there? Gonna be here for a browning time,
I thought about trying Mystical Ninja starring Goemon sometime. I just realized that the stream title is a smiley face.
Yeah. H-A...
Yes.
What?
There was like grunting in the background.
Yeah, I heard it. It was pretty good. I wasn't sure if it was audible. H-A-U... What is it? Haunted Wasteland? There's... No? Okay, what is... Something like those in
It's Autumn Haunted.
No, it's not. Stop projecting.
Desert, I'm assuming? No, I'm stupid.
That definitely... Okay. Oh, Haunted Forest, I think is what that says.
Okay, I was gonna say the third is an R and the last one's a T.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Haunted
right.
Forest. And then in the field,
I can read
that's
that
all we
from
got now. 3 secret levels. Oh, there's the blue flower hint. Okay.
I thought it was just because, you know, you blue flower, use a blue one. I will say this every time. It will never
Oh,
go.
it's just Mario 3. Okay. Was there something I was supposed to come back here for, or were you just spitballing?
Voos, 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 voos.
Pineapple experience to be had. You didn't know you were dead. End of song. Okay, I'm surprised I'm still going, actually. Usually I just kind of do one area, but that one was, like, surprisingly short.
Yeah.
So... yeah, Banjo's house is just shortcuts.
I can stay up a tiny bit longer than usual, by the way. Just because, with the stuff I've been doing this week, my morning, like, meeting is actually, like, 35 minutes later than usual, so...
I see.
We can go for, like,
Yellow
another
shorts, blue pants.
2 hours or so. If you want.
Don't you think you
I like how shitty that was. I can't believe they took this song and they ruined it by making it slow. A ghosting issue between the down arrow key and the spacebar. Explain what you mean with great haste. I don't understand. Oh. Why is there, like, toxic sludge? Oh, God. What the hell happened here? Do I assume this is bad.
Bad?
Surprisingly, it seems okay to me. Okay.
Pure green water.
Oh. So, you remember...
excited?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask people if they're excited for a brand new pre-recorded LP that wasn't Patreon exclusive to come out after B3313's done.
Assuming that I ever actually get Premiere. So I was gonna say, remember how earlier I was talking about, like, you know, doing prep for the Oot multi-world thing? Yesterday I spent many an hour just going through every single item location on the tracker and, like, writing a description for it. It was work that did not need to exist, but I figured it would be helpful. Because I want to try to get a good number of people into that, and the number one, like... the number one and number two concerns that people seem to have are, I'm worried I don't know the game well enough and I would be bad, and it's too confusing, I don't know how to get it set up. And so, you know...
We've already covered the setup in the resources on the server that we've been making.
Right, and the other one is, like, you know, if you need help, here you go. Here's a description of every single item location in the game. And I do plan to not have a group call going, but, like, you know, we'll have the Discord open and can answer questions.
And people can ask each other as well, because we... I don't know if he's been around, like, in chat for a little while, but, Araho, if you're watching, like, we would appreciate you being around, so, because just to have another person who's, like, really experienced with it.
Right.
And you expressed interest before, so... So if he's not here live, like, this isn't going up for, like, weeks, probably, so...
It's just Mario Kart, okay.
I didn't know you could get red rupees from that.
What the fuck? I've never heard of this.
It sounds pretty obscure. Yeah, B33, 33, 33 isn't actually done yet. There's one more video next week.
Yeah. And then there's going to... I don't know if I'll put up the random Zelda Classic video. I'll probably hold off on that one for a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to put a bit of a gap until I start publicizing the suit park.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna cut the unnamed LP into 30-minute segments or hour segments?
Yo, dog, I don't know.
Okay.
Also, I don't... There's really no reason to keep it a surprise, but I guess I will.
Okay.
Alright, I don't know if I can...
You don't need to
hit
formally
eggs on the
apply.
wall
We're gonna
now.
put a link to the server in the description of the video.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be appreciated.
Okay. Going down the south park, gonna go my but didn't have enough stuff.
System.out.println park. Yeah, people can feel free to do that if they want.
Yeah, I am definitely making no promises of like putting together a supercut because that would be hella annoying. But if people want to record their own stuff, that is perfectly fine.
What do you mean a supercut? Like using other people's footage?
Yeah, like the one I did,
Oh, I see.
you know, adding Martin's to ours.
I figured for this one you were just gonna put up your streams directly.
Yeah.
It may be cut into parts, but otherwise, yeah, not edited.
Discovering Michael.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I checked everything over there. Hopefully there's, that was it.
I'm slightly worried that because B33, 33 will finish, and then you'll start putting this other thing up,
Oh!
Patron, that people will get confused and think it's Patron and be like, oh, well, I don't want to watch the Patron thing.
God. I mean, that's a freaking stupid mindset anyway, but...
In the first place, I know, but...
I mean, I suppose either way it was recorded in advance, and that's what makes it bad.
For some reason.
Hello,
Like, it makes such a difference when we reply to your comment about, like, bagel bites.
Oh shit, I like bagel bites. No, I haven't had them in a long time.
So we got a comment from Dennis the other day. Oh, wait, it's me. Fair enough.
Who are you?
Well, the stability issues are always going to be
Oh, nice.
nice.
For anybody who doesn't know, this is the Game Boy that, like, survived a fucking nuke. It's in a museum somewhere. I don't know if it was actually a nuke. It was definitely a bombing of some variety.
I'm pretty sure it was a nuke. But then that brings into question, when was it in a nuke? And I assume they must have put it there deliberately in a nuclear test.
Well, I mean, they had Game Boys in, like, World War II, right?
It was a landmine? Oh, okay. Obviously, if it was in, like, the actual epicenter of a nuke, it would be fucking atomized, but I mean, like, I thought it was in, like, you know, a wider radius or something from it. Okay, a landmine, fair enough.
Okay, what do we got over here?
Have we seen Perfect Dark yet?
Dude, 3D. Which
Well,
I
it's so messy.
realized I apparently have yesterday. Yesterday I was, like, going through my box of games.
Wait, is that U 3D or is it Majora 3D? Because the box for Majora 3D is over there.
Yeah,
I think
That's
that's
Termina
Oog, 'cause
Field.
there's- Oh, that is Termina Field. Shit. I
yeah.
saw the wall and I thought, okay. Oh
Anyway,
yeah, there's the timer as well. The clock.
But yeah, yesterday I was, like, going through my games, because I have a shit ton of, DS boxes and 3DS boxes that I just have no reason to really be holding on to, other than you know, why not? Because I have all my games just in, like, a case on their own.
Quesadilla.
Yeah. And I thought that Martin had taken both of the 3DS Zeldas, but apparently not. I just kind of have them. And I also have 2 copies of Animal Crossing New Leaf, because I guess he left his with me. I have Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon.
Oh.
I have the first 2 Professor Layton games. I just kind of have, like, a bunch of weird shit that I didn't realize I had. Let's
I'm
see.
still sad
there's,
that I
like,
couldn't get to show you the end of the second game properly.
Spirit Camera,
What the fuck is Spirit
Hotel
Camera?
Dusk.
Hotel Dusk.
Yes. Trace Memory. Just a bunch of random-ass games that I didn't know I had and have never played. I have, like, Final Fantasy Tactics A2 or something. I don't fucking know what it was called. I think I have Dragon Quest VIII. What the hell's going on over there? It doesn't look like the... Oh, Blue Triangle. Oh.
I need to be right back.
No, you don't.
Wait. Tim was in the Hotel Dusk LP?
Yeah.
I never watched it. I didn't know that. I didn't think Martin and Tim were friends.
That was where apples existing in a basket came from.
Good.
I don't remember anything else.
Huh. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back for real.
Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love. I have not seen that show up in this game yet, no. It was actually just regular DS. It might have not been Dragon Quest VIII. It was some Dragon Quest game. I didn't look at it that closely. I just kind of assumed it was 8. It also looks like the dog shoved it up his ass. 7? Okay. Are we sure about that? Oh, Tell Dusk. Oh, I hate Gerudo Fortress so fucking much. Okay, but is there still an inexplicable Song of Storms grotto behind these crates that leads to a fairy fountain, though? Okay, I'm gonna avoid going in all of the doors for a while. What would it be? What would it be? Nobody involved knows of the Sullivan Wag. Just Sullivan Wag. Alright, horseback archery, let's go. Alright, Downtown Davis, let's do this. I'm not sure why Naughty is here. Naughty has the best voice. Wow, this game has such... I don't even know where I'm just gonna stop right there. I had a joke where it's like, oh, it's so naughty. I can't believe they'd put that in an E-rated game, but there was no joke there. Mr. Vile, yeah, his voice is also pretty good. I can't really do it. It's something like that. I'm seeing a long list of Dragon Quest games, and I can't say I care. Ba-da-da-da.
Oh no, there was a time that I was dead.
I see. Okay, so we gotta shoot the frickin' bagel bites. Pawno, yeah, he's pretty good too. Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting me on this okay. Okay! God damn it. Come back. Okay. This seems like this might be in a little bit of an obnoxious. Oh my god. This is definitely an obnoxious. Oh, this is bad. Okay, this is just going to take multiple trips. I don't think I hit that one at all. Fuck off! Stop dumping me on the tree! I have a Dragon Quest game of some variety for the original DS, and apparently we're just questioning what it is. I could go find it and look. Sullivan, would be like Sullivan wag. Having fun yet?
I'm back.
Okay, you've missed a grand time. Oh my god,
What was
please. Just this. It's kind of trash. That was just for a gold feather, come on.
I'm trying to think of a new name for S. I was thinking maybe Paolo the Fresh. What do you think?
What was it? Paolo the Fresh?
Paolo the Fresh, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was just a numbered game. I don't think it had any, like, weird bacteria type to it.
What about a bacteriophage type?
Oh my god. That one's just another golden feather, isn't it? Alright, I have to go see what it is. Give me a sec.
What?
The fucking
Oh, the
game.
game. Trying to see infected one then.
Yeah, unmarked game cases, yeah. God, this text is small. What the fuck does this say? I seriously cannot read this. It's so fucking small. I need a light. Dragon Quest IX Sentinels of the Starry Skies. That's what it is. There, the mystery has been solved.
The eel has been defeated.
There, are we all, you know, satisfied that the game has been determined? It's not like I'm gonna play it.
Well, I think they were asking because they said like 8 was rare or something.
How is this still not broken? Stop dumping me on the fucking tree! Every time.
Why are you every time making your rules?
Two-step gorilla unit. Make. Hit. Okay, it was just a feather. I had to be sure. That was the obnox. I'm just gonna keep saying that now. That's like gonna be my new thing. Okay, so somewhere a flight pad exists. Did you just laugh at the burp?
Yes. What are you gonna do about it?
Say something obnox. Oh no, I want to get into the country buffet.
Food was the country buffet.
Food was good. The H was bland.
The eggs were crowned.
And the pepper was mixed with the salt.
Yes. It was bluntness.
Oh my god. Is this... That's not the door I took last time. There's no way. I thought I took the one over here. What, do all
So you
doors
didn't
just
complete
lead
it
to the
yet?
same... What?
Was I answering that?
Oh.
There's the whole last dungeon you didn't do, and yet you're claiming that you beat the game, just like with Persona 4.
Okay, why do all doors just lead to this one place?
You know what they say. All doors lead to Rome. No, there are 100 sculptures. You didn't beat the game. No, you shut the fuck up.
Doesn't have to be 100%.
No, it doesn't. But she said that she is like a completionist. And she didn't get everything.
Piddle the dods. Sullivan time, what would it house? Browning and dig. The song is bad. Okay. Oh, wait, what is this?
Yeah, that was. You didn't determine where you got your house.
Just Metroid Prime 2, alright.
Sorry, mild spoilers. Hopefully no one's paying attention that actually cares about that. Let's not go into it.
Oh no, one time. Oh, one time. I predict
The end.
that one day men will go extinct because they're so worthless. I don't know where that came from.
Why does the game make you do Spirit before Shadow?
Shadow might not be in this game.
Oh. Did they really make Ganon's Castle a full-ass dungeon?
Maybe.
No one cares about Ganon's Castle.
Especially not Martin. Skips it every goddamn time. But, you know, we had to have Gerudo Fortress in the game, because everybody loves this section. You know, I'm gonna ask, does anybody actually like this? And somehow, there's gonna be a couple assholes that actually do. And that's gonna make me mad.
I'm pretty sure most people do Shadow before Spirit. You can do Spirit before Shadow. The only requirement is... I'm trying to think. You need either hover boots or the long shot, and the long shot requires the bow and arrow. So it's like the only dungeon you can even skip before doing Spirit is Shadow and Fire. I think I actually did do Spirit before Shadow. I think I did things in like a really weird order when I played this on 3DS like a year ago or so. I think I did like Forest, Water, Spirit, Fire, Shadow.
Is that just Brawl?
Well, most people do Shadow first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like roll.
No, you don't.
Please for gaslighting me.
The hell?
Speaking of brawl, I need to finish tidying my room,
Oh.
putting stuff away, so that it can be like ready to have guests over, so I can invite Jamie over, so we can finish the Subspace Emissary streams.
How would one go about getting Yan Jinzhou?
I don't think you can do an old dungeons reverse order run unless you like majorly glitch the game out. I've certainly never done it, and I don't think Josh has.
I did, like, water then fire then forest once, I think, but I think I still had to, like...
You still had to dip into forest to get the bow.
Yeah.
How far is Jamie from you? Further away. I don't know, it's like an hour bus trip.
I'm a cat who loves to snooze.
Oh shit. Did they kidnap MC Ballyhoo?
What?
I heard like a ooh, 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 ooh in the background. It's probably just a cough from cigarettes, but... Oh no, I'm exposing them.
Why is there a sparkle? If it pleases and sparkles. Sparkle, please. Why? Oh, actually, never mind. I think there was a thing... I totally forgot about this. There was, like, a readme that came with the game that said that, like, sometimes sparkles just appear in the wrong place, and don't worry about it.
Well, remember, Ruby, to even get to the entrance, you need Nocturne, and Nocturne you can only get after you have Forest, Fire, and Water medallions.
Yeah.
In vanilla. Did I ever find out where the edit was? No. Well, why would I keep looking for it? I made my point.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like I've explored this whole area now, but there's like a Jinijo that I don't know how to reek, and I also need a flight pad somewhere, I think. I don't know, I guess we'll...
Toy Ricci.
Toy Ricci.
I actually don't know how to get up to, like, the Nocturne platform without Nocturne, so...
It's bad.
Is it, like, bomb hovering?
You can bomb hover. There's, like, a seam walk I think you can do. There's also, like, this weird-ass setup you can do where you, like, pick up a bush and it teleports you. I don't fucking know. Like... we skip Haunted Wasteland? I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
But we'll be missing out on the Bombchu salesman. And the random chest that faces the wrong way and the, like, little building in the middle. Oh, is this Oracle of Seasons music?
I was gonna say, I don't recognize it. Hookshot jump with the seam walk.
Bees. Oh my god.
Bees, my god.
Please! I really don't want to waste my gold feathers on these assholes, but I guess that's what we're doing. Wow, he's all for a mambo joking. Wow.
Mambo joking.
Yes, I did!
That's wonderful!
Oh. I haven't done
I was just gonna say good,
in a while.
but... I wish more indie devs loved 3D Zelda.
Yeah, we were having that discussion last night. It's like, you know, I want to play a Zelda-style game. What good options are there? Yeah, she said that. And it's like, okay, well, everybody's saying Okami. We know about that one. Psychonauts, okay. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Not so sure about that one.
And then a bunch of ones that are
It's
like
like
Breath of the Wild, which itself isn't even like
Stardew
Zelda, so-
Valley, Undertale. Like, these aren't fucking Zelda games. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, I actually did find a couple of answers, but like there were issues with them.
yeah, the description I saw was like FF7 Remake isn't actually like you know, turn-based RPG anymore. It has real-time combat. It's like, okay, does that make it Zelda?
Right. Exactly, Breath of the Wild is not.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is I was just like, games similar to Zelda, and everybody's like
Genshin Impact is
yeah, it's
just like Breath of the Wild, but with God. It's like,
many gamers are jonesing for a new adventure after Zelda Breath of the Wild. What else can satiate your scratch? Like, I don't know what that voice was.
I mean, playful. That's been my hot take like every day for the past like 18 years of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I consider Breath of the Wild the worst 3D Zelda because it isn't one.
Because it's not one.
If you like open world games, then, I mean, enjoy it. If you don't, then fuck you,
there was
I guess.
one I found earlier. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Satiate your scratch.
Yes. Man, what the hell was that thing called? Let me see if I can check my history.
Yeah, Star Fox Adventures is Zelda, but it's shitty Zelda. And Zelda, if you had a Triceratops staple too.
There's Ocean Horn, but like, I'm always weird about
Horn.
potentially doing stuff that like I've never fucking heard of.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, this seems okay. I didn't really look at the things for it, like the reviews, but I would just feel weird being like, alright, my next Let's Play is this random bullshit I've never heard of.
And the official next LP is Pokemon Crystal. I'll be excited.
And it's like, okay, why don't you just do an actual Zelda? The only ones you've done are Mitch and an unfinished playthrough of TP because of circumstances.
Yes,
it's like,
sir.
well, I could do the others, but Josh co-commentates with me and he doesn't want to do the other ones again. So, which is fair enough.
Like, we could, but it would be a little redundant.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Is something like Mario 64, you've done that a bunch, but I had never played it, so that was the unique spin. If I did, like, Majora, it's like, you've done that, I've played it, I'm pretty familiar with it. There would be nothing to add that you didn't already cover. Like, it wouldn't really have a reason to exist.
Isn't
Which is
Mega
a
Man
shame,
Legends
'cause I
a
like
Zelda-like?
Zelda. Huh?
I said, is Mega Man Legends a Zelda-like?
That actually did come up. Not as some. No one mentioned it as a Zelda-like, but I got desperate enough to just go to the TV Tropes page for like action adventure, and I was just going through everything on there. And that was one of them, and I'm like, what's this game like? And I looked at it. It looks kind of boring. It looks like there's any game where I open up the long play and I go to random sections and like, you know, the majority of it is just walking around. Like, that does not excite me. And that seemed like what Mega Man Legends was. What the hell was the other thing I found? There was one that I'm like, this seems pretty good. This seems fairly Zelda-y, kind of cool. Like, maybe I could try this. And I looked at the reviews, and they were, like, mostly positive, but then there were a couple that were like, yeah, the combat sucks. Like, skip all the enemies. And I'm like, oh.
I liked Prince of Persia: Sands of Time if it wasn't for the combat. I wouldn't call that a Zelda-like, though.
If I actually go, it's weird because if somebody actually like gave me a recommendation for one and like really sold me on it, then
Okay, where's
I'd be
this
more
game I'm looking for?
Oh, here we go. Here's the other one. Warden Melody of the Undergrowth. Like, it looks kind of nice. It looks fairly Zelda-y, but people said the combat is really, really bad, so... I don't know. And then there's a bunch of stuff that, like, I can't play. Sorry, I've been not looking at chat. 3D, preferably. I don't mind 2D Zelda, but I prefer 3D Zelda. And I like 3D games generally better, I think.
I don't think there's a game. Dun, 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 dun. Sullivan House.
No, I've never really particularly liked Breath. I don't dislike it, for the record. I don't think it's anything super special, and it's definitely not a Zelda game. And that's been my opinion maintained since day one. Like,
it's just weird how many people insist it's the best Zelda.
Yeah.
Then again, to me, it's weird how many people insist Link to the Past is the best Zelda. So, what do I know?
There's also been a lot of, like, when I was trying to look up action adventures and stuff, I was finding a lot that were like 3D platformer, like sometimes even collectathon. I'm like, that's cool. I'd like to try those, but that's not what I'm going for right now.
What the fuck is this statue?
Like, only a few months ago.
Like, these notes are heinously heinous. But guys, did you know that Dragon Quest is actually the most influential game ever made? Alright, was there a, another carpet over here? Yeah, I'm not the biggest 2D Zelda fan either. I don't know why. There's nothing I can point out as being wrong with it. It doesn't click with me as much. Okay, I think we might just be going into the temple here. Hold on, was this the entrance to the area? No, this is just a random path.
I will mention, since someone will probably mention it, maybe even in the comments, if not in the stream, Darksiders is apparently, like, almost exactly like a straight-up Zelda clone, and is considered pretty good. But I look at that, and I'm just like, this is not the aesthetic for me. It's, like, dark fantasy with, like, you know, guys in black armor, like, swinging big swords around and shit, like,
Yeah.
you know, crumbling castles. It looks kind of Dark Souls-y in aesthetic, not in, like, anything else. It's just, I don't know. I'm very picky, I guess. It has to appeal to me on multiple levels for me to consider it. And even then, even if I find something that seems pretty good, I'll be like, oh, but I haven't really heard of it, so like it'd be weird for me and Josh to play it if neither of us are familiar.
Right.
Which
also has to be something that you're capable of recording.
That too, yeah.
Okay. I don't like going into the dungeon not knowing if I've fully explored everything out here, but I don't really see what I can do, so we're just gonna do it. Hey, did you know that I hate the Spirit Temple?
For the record, I also wouldn't mind, like, a 2D game either. Like, and I'd be more likely to be able to record it. Yeah, it's just about actually meeting what...
Oh, look, it's the mine.
I'm looking for. And like I said, at the moment, I'm currently leaning towards doing Phantom Hourglass for that when I get... I'm not really decided.
Okay, I'm done.
Darksiders is boring as shit. Nah, that sucks.
Should just play like GTA 2.
I haven't heard of Secret Super India. Let me look that up. I'm sorry. I look at this. I don't like the art style.
I mean, Ori has been recommended to me, and here's the thing, like, I very well could like that game, and I probably will try it at some point. The only reason that I have, like, a beef with it is because on 2 separate occasions, Martin was, like, watching someone play it, and, like, at the very beginning of the game, it's just like, oh, hey, I wonder if this, like, mother figure is gonna die, and then it does, and then Martin immediately shits on the game. It's like, wow, how predictable. And we've never gotten further than that. We've seen, like, the first 10 minutes. Okay, hold on, I wasn't reading the clue. Ancient Forest Temple, oh god.
I do actually like Phantom Hourglass. The main...
Yeah, we know that. LOL!
What the fuck?
What?
You made me jump.
Good. Green Temple, that's a clue. We've been in the temple. Shit, what was in the tent? Sorry, I'm like pissed off now.
Why?
Reasons.
I'm confused. You were just reading Brentilda's text and you screamed.
I mean, I screamed the LOL that was in chat.
Oh, okay. Did I do something bad?
No.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess
I've
we
heard
were...
of Anodyne, but I don't know anything about it.
God, I don't have to translate this, do I?
I doubt it.
These are letters that I'm recognizing.
Also, isn't Ori more of a Metroid-like? I like Metroid. I have 100 hours in Metroid Dread, for the record. Because I just keep replaying it, and I've gotten, like, really good at it. Not really good, but pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to Grotto Valley. I don't remember.
But I'm looking for more of, like, a Zelda type of thing. And while I think Zelda and Metroid are similar, there's a distinction, and I'm looking for something more on the Zelda end of things. A couple people mentioned Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I've actually seen that game, a little bit of that game before, and I'm interested in trying it. Like, that is definitely a contender for something for me to do at some point. But isn't it more of a platformer? Like, I was under the impression that it barely had any like combat and puzzle solving. It was mostly platforming.
What is this?
I don't really care about combat, but puzzles and like Zelda dungeon type of things, where it's like you get items and you do stuff with them, and you go around, you solve puzzles and open up new areas and stuff like that.
I'm sorry I made you jump earlier.
That's okay. It wasn't particularly bad. It was like really minor. Mr. Ninja's got a bit of everything. Okay, I'll put that on the docket eventually then.
Isn't it like really crusty?
Define crusty.
Unpolished N64 game, basically.
Well, most of my LPs, I record like a few episodes in advance just to see if I'm clicking with the game. So we can do that if I ever play that. If we're not enjoying it, then yeah, won't make a full series out of it.
I don't know what Anodyne is. Okay, hold on, it was mentioned earlier. Yeah, I still don't know what it is.
It's apparently an indie game inspired by Link's Awakening.
Okay.
And the sequel is inspired by the DS Zelda games.
Sorry, the fact that it was like it pinged me threw me off because I like wasn't really paying attention to the conversation.
It's basically Yumeniki. Is it Yumeniki in the like you wander around getting lost in like a bunch of like a sprawling kind of labyrinth like thing, or is it Yumeniki in that it's scary? Because if it's scary, I probably can handle it. I am very much a wimp when it comes to that kind of thing. Oh, it's already out. Okay.
Oh shit!
Platforming game with 2D Zelda dungeons. That's kind of odd. No barking from the dog, no smog, and mama cooked a breakfast with no hog.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just wander around and get lost in labyrinths. Okay, well, could at least be something to try. I'm also annoyed that both of those actually awesome. Both are why I said like a shit ton of things. I looked into Tunic, it looks like it's like an RPG, so it's not really what I'm looking for. Also, it's a furry game. Anyway, that is unironically a slight point against it for me, but
I mean, I kind of agree.
more plot-based than one is. I should probably write these down so I don't forget about them.
Oh shit, I already forgot.
Okay, so I'm gonna try Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon, Anodyne 1 and 2. Let's see. Yeah, Ori 1 and 2. They are off of Xbox now, right? Like, you can get them on Switch.
Me, no.
I know that Ori was originally Xbox One exclusive. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I like Metroid 2 as well. I'm just not looking for, like, that's not what I'm asking about right now. But I'm fine to take suggestions. I've obviously heard people recommend Ori. If the second one's more Zelda-like, then I guess that gives me a bit more incentive to play it, just because, yeah. It's on PC and Switch as well as Xbox. Okay. I'll probably get on Switch then, just because that would make it more likely for me to be able to record/stream it well. And what was the other thing I was going to ask about? Sorry, I just wanted to give an example. Like, somebody recommended Secrets of Grandia, and, like, for all I know, maybe that game would be up my alley. But I took one look at it, and just, the art style just puts me off. Isn't Ori also a furry game, though? Is it? I thought it was just, like, spirits and stuff.
Folder. Fuck off. Come on.
I thought Ori was just spirits and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You can tell because of the way it is. I like that sentence, but I get what you mean, though.
Oh, I would play the first before the second if I was going to do that. But anyway, the thing with Secrets of Grandia, like, I took one look at that and the art style didn't appeal to me. A similar thing happened earlier when I was talking to another friend about Zelda likes, and they recommended It'll Do 1 and 2. But I went and I looked at those, and the art style immediately put me off, so... like I said, I'm very picky.
Yeah, art style, unfortunately, does mean a lot to me. It's like... You know, I make fun of graphics whores, but this is basically the same thing.
It's not. It doesn't have to be super high fidelity. I don't care about the tech used to make. You know,
I think they're related though. Like it's
yeah.
not the fidelity. It's just, you know, I don't like Wind Waker's art style. I still think the game is okay, but that is.
I would play a very low fidelity game if I liked the art style though. Like, I'm trying to think.
I mean, I like N64 graphics.
Yeah, there's a lot of N64 games that look really good because they're art style. La Mulana, hell no. Like, just for context here, the reason I'm saying hell no is because I have heard that, like, to play that game properly and make any kind of progress, you need to be able to dedicate, like, 100 hours or more of your time to exploring it and making a shit ton of notes and referring back to them and using those to, like, progress. And I do not have the time for that. Like, even if I wanted to, I work full-time, so I just can't. I feel like that's the kind of game that's just buy-in for hikikomori.
Buy-in for what?
Hikikomori, like, extreme shut-ins that never leave their room. It's a Japanese concept that doesn't have a direct translation. You can probably just...
Anyone know if I need to fly to anything else in this area? Because
that's difficult.
It seemed like the Spirit Temple was completely unenterable. Brentilda hint was like, you know, check the thing in the tent, and I did, and it led to the flight pad. Oh shit.
Even if I had, like, all day, every day to do stuff, I juggle so many projects that I wouldn't want to sit down and dedicate 100 hours to some shit. Laminate 2 is a big improvement.
You can god damn it, you can translate those things?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You need to screen caps and text. Probably just V being exaggerations. Oh, I can't play Omori. It has jump scares. Like, I've actually considered it, so I went out of my way to look up, does it have jump scares? And it does. It has several, so I can't play it.
What is it?
It's a like RPG.
I feel weird having so much of this area like unexplored, but yeah. I guess my current lead is to translate the shit in the temple. So.
Oh yeah, I love low poly stuff. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Low poly is like
emotion-based RPG. Yeah, there's like emotions and status conditions. Isn't that it?
but yeah, it's like actual low poly stuff is kind of like an art. Like it's like a talent in its own, being able to make stuff look good while like minimalist. All right, who's ready to stare at a wall?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Is this just repeating the same pattern? Sort of.
So.
Okay. Some of the lines are the same. So, let's see. We're in for a fun time here. I'm sorry. I'm going to start with the top one that's fully visible. We have...
Looks like it's 3 lines.
So, TS... We're already starting with a, you know, something concerning. Can you write these down while I say them? Because I'm not going to keep track of it.
1 sec. Yeah, TS?
Yeah, TSA... W... A... This is sounding like gibberish so far. I... T... Oh, I think it's repeating. Okay, was there a word in that? That is just repeating, like...
It's like, wait.
Like, if you repeat it over and over, is there a word in that at all?
It's like, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. It's wait.
Okay. Next line, we've got... Let's see, what is that? E... N... I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, no, that's a G.
ENG.
Yeah. O.
I can't play any kind of horror game.
The fuck is this one? L. D. And then it repeats.
Golden.
Okay. Then we have... I think it starts with the same letter. What was that one? What was it? Was that E?
I think so.
Hold on. Where the hell is the E? I can't... Don't even, yeah, okay. E, T... What the hell is this one again? I've seen it. I think that's S. Yeah. No. No, it's not S. ET, then what's the next one? It's line dot line. Oh, that is S. I'm a moron. Okay. Then another E. So yeah, ETSE. C. R.
Yeah.
Repeats.
Secret. So awaits golden secret. Or perhaps golden secret awaits.
Okay.
Secret awaits golden.
That doesn't help me.
What if the other statue has different?
It probably does.
Fire Emblem makes for a good rando in the same style as Pokemon, where it just shuffles like details around and makes your experience new.
Yeah, these are definitely different. All right.
Yeah, the best ones are the ones that actually like change the progression.
All right. And this one looks like half of the texture is just kind of not lined up with the thing properly, so that's cool. But I'll see what I can get. Okay, I think the first one is just 4 letters. That one is E, F, A, C.
Okay, so a face.
Okay. H, S, M, A, S, and then it
Okay,
repeats.
so smash.
H, W, what's this one?
Yeah, vroom vroom, here we go.
I think that one's an I. Hold on. Is that? Yeah, I, T, C, and then I think it repeats.
Face, smash, witch. So I guess smash, witch, face. Face.
Okay. I don't know where the witch face was, but as you know. So smash witch face, golden power awaits, apparently. You can go behind the head on the
Golden
arms.
secret awaits.
Alright, I guess let's go check that out. What the hell? What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Oh shit, I'm
It's
not
from-
old enough.
It's a reference to last time. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Bad. What game is
Oh, that's Sea
this?
of Thieves.
Okay.
That's a rare game they made for.
Yeah, it's like the only game they've made recently that people actually like, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like an open world, like online multiplayer pirate game.
Right.
Heaven is like a cross between a Diecode video and Chicken and Winnegish.
I like chicken and Winnegish.
Yes. Chicken and Winnegish.
Allegedly. I always thought it was just
chicken
chicken.
and
I always thought it was just chicken and Winnegish. But I think I called like a video of that and I had to look it up and they said it was chicken and Winnegish. And I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah. Well, you just chicken and Winnegish. There's a syllable though. Not every game has to be to everyone's taste.
Yeah, it does.
Then why the hell does
Oh.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 for Nintendo DS exist? Okay, to be fair, my problem with that one was just with it not fucking working properly. I've complained about this before, but that was... Oh yeah, I enjoy the broom. Is this the crocodile?
Oh, I guess it's the bee.
Well, I thought it might be, but the bee doesn't go along the ground, right?
It
Oh, it
can
does.
walk. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is pretty good.
Never implied that. You said it sucks that it's online multiplayer because you don't care about that. But other people might like it. So what? That kind of game should never exist?
Come on, don't be a Reddit user.
Me?
Yes.
I'm offended.
I mean, I should be offended because I'm a Reddit user. But, I don't know, it's just, that seems to be a very common thing online, is, like, you can't fucking say anything anymore without somebody being like, oh, well, you said this thing, so you must mean that it, like, you know, you're taking every single instance of it literally, and it's, I don't know. Like, I know you were kidding, but still. Oh.
I was like half kidding. I was more so just being pedantic.
Yeah. I was actually impressed. Yesterday I saw a conversation where somebody was doing that and other people called them out on it. It was like...
Society is healing.
Yes. They said something like... So in Harry Potter, you know, Snape calls Lily a mudblood and then she yells at him for it, and he's just like, I didn't mean to, and he's like, well, why? You call everybody that, like, why am I an exception? And somebody was like, so what? She was okay with it until it affected her directly? Wow. And then someone's like, she's 15, and also people aren't fucking perfect. Like, do you call out everything that your friends do at all times? Like, shut the fuck up. Like...
Yeah. Serena? That reminds me, we did get a comment on one of the Wizard Kid videos that just said Snape kills Dumbledore. They were probably just memeing, but I like to imagine that they were like, yeah, I'm gonna get these guys.
Alright, I can probably take this into the temple and, like, you know, also take it back to the fortress. I'm just trying to sweep this area.
Get it sweep because it's a broom.
You can actually do RBA, Reverse Broom Adventure, to take it out to,
Outback Steakhouse.
No, I was thinking, what would be a good game to take it to? Just a different game entirely, not even on the N64. That came out later.
Arrow the Acrobat for the SNES.
No, because it needs to be something that came out after it, so it makes even less sense.
Oh, okay, I just missed that note, apparently. That's concerning. What the hell? I'm trying to think of something suitably random enough. It has to be a game that I don't care about and is, like, semi-obscure.
Okay,
This is difficult.
Blaze... No, that's not, obscure. Counter 2. Super Fight Dark Counter 2.
What the fuck? No, just Atelier Ryza.
Okay. Well, I like the idea of taking it to a 2D fighting game, because it wouldn't help you. Yes, I would be incredibly surprised if anyone in the chat knows what Super Fight Dark Counter 2 is.
How about Ninja Baseball Batman?
Done.
Alright, how do I get Ginge?
Die method is funny.
How do I get Ginge? Why can't Broom crawl? Oh, right.
Wait, what do you mean you wouldn't consider anything rare obscure? No one mentioned a rare game as being obscure. Also, that's wrong. Grab by the Ghoulies is definitely obscure. Even if you know it, like... Ruby did? Oh, I see.
Oh, here's a hole.
Okay, but I didn't see it, so you still have to be the butt of the joke string. I'm sorry.
Yep, that's just how it is. I do like how the broom has absolutely no animation. Not that it really should, but it's just kind of funny.
I do like that you lied to me about the pumpkin, though.
What?
You said that its only specialty was being small, but it could also resist slopes.
Oh.
You betrayed my trust. Why am I like this? I've already been over this.
But I haven't heard it.
The reason that Serena is the butt monkey of my group is, because she responds like one.
Wow, victim blaming.
Well, I've asked her multiple times, like, if it really bothers her, and she's like, nah, not really. But she'll still, like...
Also, a couple days ago, I mentioned that I am guilty of victim blaming, so...
It's just too easy to make, like, you know, pot shots at her expense because of the way she reacts to it. I was the same way when I was a teenager. And to be fair, there's, like, nuance to it, because I was, like, my friends actually were kind of shitty to me. But it wasn't all the time. Like, it wasn't always bad all the time. Like, sometimes I was just being overly sensitive.
Alright, so before we go back into the temple proper, there was another entrance somewhere. I think it was the other end of the statue.
See, I figure I told you enough times about how it all works that you wouldn't keep reacting like that if you didn't kind of, you know, want that dynamic. I don't know.
Oh!
Like, basically, nine times out of 10...
This
when
thing
I, like,
controls, like, damp snakes. God.
9 times out of 10, when I send a joke insult to you, you respond with, like, shut the fuck up, or oh my god, shut up, or something like that. But, you know, if once in a while you would just, like, yeah, okay, or, you know, went along with it, like, that would make it more balanced, you know? But the funny reactions, like... I realize I'm coming across as an asshole here, but me and Serena genuinely are friends, so, like, just giving that disclaimer to anybody that is not familiar with us. You play up your reactions? See, that's why I figured.
Is this just the lobby?
That's what makes it fun for both of us.
Oh. Oh shit, it's... Okay, hold on.
I've got the camera.
Yeah, let me... I'm gonna not go in here yet, because I want to do this as methodically as possible, and I think the crawl space to the left gives me fewer options. Was there an opening on the other side? No, okay. I still have to get up here at some point, but we'll worry about that later.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep.
Saw that comment like 5 hours too late. Don't think there was anything small over here. Just making sure. Nope.
Yeah, if there's anything, like, particularly you want me to start with.
Oh no, it's a fluffy hoodoo. I'm gonna get myself a little fluffy.
Again, I figure I've talked to you about
Big
this
ol'
enough
head.
that, like, you would see that.
I have not played Baldur's Basics. Also,
I have not played it for obvious reasons. Josh has watched...
what are the obvious
Didn't he?
reasons?
Because it had jump scares.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Not really, but okay.
I'm... Try to back me up here. Doesn't that game have jump scares?
I
I
mean-
thought the whole thing is like you get chased by a shittily drawn teacher and he like
you do, but
runs
that's
up in
not a
your face.
jump scare.
Yeah, but he like runs up in your face. To be fair, I also hate being chased. But doesn't he like run up into the camera like a
Yeah.
like a jump scare when you get caught?
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those.
So, what were you saying that I haven't done?
You haven't played it, but you've watched Vinny play it, right?
I've watched a few videos of it, yeah. Let's play. Alright, good to know that this room is useless.
The only horror game I've really seen much of is I played half an hour of a game called Master Reboot because I got it as part of like a Humble Bundle. And I've also, what was it?
Died.
Yeah. Oh, I watched a video about like a short sort of horror game demo that some guy made. I don't watch the channel normally, but it got recommended to me, and I'm like, this doesn't seem too bad. And I like skim the comments, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to be ready for anything that comes up. There's a game called Crypt, and it was basically like this guy.
Oh no, it's already scary.
This guy testing like a weird pixely filter for like shading stuff. I can't handle playing or watching generally.
Gonna make you play until dawn. It's just a joke, Han. Okay. Hold on.
Remember, I get my thrills from Mad Monster Mansion.
Is one of those Grant Kirkhope? I don't remember what he looks like.
I don't think so. They don't even look British.
I do like how you can look British. I'm not doubting that you can. Like, it's just weird to me.
Now that's either, I'm pretty sure it's Grant Kirkhope,
Oh, was it?
or if not, then that's definitely a Brit. At least.
Are there no doors leading out of here?
Yeah, somebody needs to make a dancing jester dragon .na.
Huh. This room is a lot more limited than I thought it would be. Okay. So I guess I just want to transform back.
I also don't like zombie stuff. Even just separately from, like, jump scares.
I just find zombies lame. And gross.
Yeah, kinda gross. Ew, gross.
And illegal. Scratching my beard. Hot or cock this knife? No.
Patreon supporters and contest winners, I see.
So the text in this room is not just a repeat of the previous shit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, zombies stopped being so, like, ubiquitous, though, so that's good. I think we can take a break from them for about 20 years.
What's the hot thing now?
Patting yourself on the back for being accepting of people. I don't know.
No, I'm talking about movie themes. Patting yourself on the back, you know?
Yeah. Wow, Pride Rock.
Wait, I thought Pride Month was about lions.
As long as things aren't, like, wet. I don't know. I don't remember if I've said this in a video before, but I don't understand people's aversion to the word moist. However, like, this isn't really related, but people will claim it is. The game World of Goo is just completely unwatchable for me because the noises that it makes are fucking disgusting.
I want to
Like,
record or stream that game sometime, but I guess I have to exclude you.
yes.
The thing lately is evil
Just the
superheroes.
dripping noises, like, make me fucking want to throw up.
I thought doggy style was eating the same piece of spaghetti until you kiss. You guys are gross.
The fuck?
It's just a random meme I have.
I don't like memes where people don't get hurt.
Oh, I have plenty of those too. I don't know. I will post the
The tiniest Jinjo. Why is it so small? Are they usually that small?
No. What the hell? Anyway, I will post the meme to the Patreon server for anyone curious.
Small turtle house.
I like small turtle house.
Gotta make sure. Okay. You know, funnily enough, I think I would have figured out to smash into the face there without having to translate that hint earlier.
Yeah.
So really, the only thing I was missing was I didn't know that you could walk behind that statue and get to Mumbo. Look at how big this dog is. Hold on. Okay, I had a, like, I was daydreaming while I hit the switch over here. Did it spawn the jump pad, like, over here, or was it, like,
It's around, like, a
somewhere
pillar.
else?
It's, like, going around it, like, in,
Okay.
like, around the, center of the, like, room with the sarcophagus. And
Yeah, okay, maybe it's just in the lobby. Let me see. Yeah, I hear it. Oh, camera.
A jump pad exists somewhere.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's Ib in that meme. I don't know much about Ib.
So, is there anything left to do other than go into the boss room? I can't think what else I've skipped. There's still the sarcophagus to the left, which I imagine I have to hit a switch to open. There's stuff in the Desert Colossus that I need to, like, get to high areas as Banaj. Oh, wait, actually, hold on, I have that option. Let me go do that now. Yeah, fly out of the ceiling, that's what I was thinking.
Oh god, I just remembered. What was the, like, the Mega Man Legends like that the Mighty Number 9 people tried to get kickstarted before Mighty Number 9 was even done in development, and it just completely flopped. It was called, like, Ash something.
Ash Greninja. I haven't heard of this, I don't know.
Red Ash? I think? It's like, oh, it's like Redash, haha.
What is Redash?
Just a word meaning to, like, redo something, like a rehash.
So there's a word that means rehash that is one
That is
letter
one
away
letter
from
off,
reading.
yeah.
Good.
I like when you farted along to the music.
No, I didn't.
No, Banjo did, though.
I mean, I didn't do that either.
But Banjo did.
Oh my god. You're fired.
No, you can't fire me. I quit.
I hate that. It's so pretentious.
I'm not actually fired.
Yup, there we go. What?
Oh no, I'm totally fired.
We gotta throw you in the hole.
Oh no! Don't bury me in snow.
I like burying you in snow, though. Because you got a good reaction out of it. You thought I was being edgy.
Yes! We've explained this, right?
Probably.
One time Josh just sent me, like, in asterisks, buries you in snow. And I'm like, no! And he's like, what? And I'm like, just bury me in snow. And you're like, what's wrong with burying you in snow? I'm like, because I wouldn't be able to breathe and I'd die. And he was like, I didn't mean like that.
Yeah, like, it wouldn't be that much snow.
Because I thought you meant, like, fully Shut up, Serena. Banned. 24-hour ban. Permanent.
100 years Rick and Morty.
So thanks.
Oh no, it's a flavored hoodoo. I got a big ol' head how. Okay, I don't think I specifically need to go anywhere else as Banaj. I guess let me get the, broomstick to go get the...
Bad from NeoGAF, yeah.
Oh no. No, but I am banned from Strip Creator because they just don't allow people to make accounts anymore.
It's not the same thing as being banned.
Jinjo, what Jinjo? I got the last Jinjo.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't mean to fly. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. The way I said that, I sounded like I'm like, what Jinjo? Wow, what an asshole. But yeah, no.
Trivia question: does anyone know the only required use of the Deku stick for an item check?
I do.
Yeah, because Josh was figuring all that out for documentation earlier. He asked me, and I was able to figure it out because it's not that hard.
But yeah, the only required Deku stick usage in all of like Oot 100%.
Mm-hmm. Via rando, for the record. Because, like, if you're playing normally, like, yeah, you have to use the sticks in Deku Tree, but it's not the map chest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 8. Tatcom. So how many notes do I still need? 15. And 2 Jiggies and 1 honeycomb. I'm probably gonna be sad.
It's not the compass either.
Here's a hint, gives the answer.
it's it's not Dyke percent either.
I feel like there's gotta be something behind this painting. Maybe not.
Prepare to be disappointed.
What?
I just said prepare to be disappointed in a slightly terrible voice.
Okay.
But when are you getting back to Homestar Rerunner?
Oh my god. That is correct.
It's not the fountain. There's no hot piece behind a waterfall, but yeah.
Zora's Domain.
Zora's Domain. Yeah, also known as Torch Run. That's the thing. You can use Din's Fire for everything else, but the animation takes too long to do it for the Torch Run, so you have to do it with sticks, or a stick, I should say.
You also never need the Kokiri sword for anything, but I suppose you need one or the other.
Yeah.
For various, documentations, if you know what I'm saying.
If you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I was not expecting that to just be the Jiggy. I thought there was going to be something going on here. So there's just kind of a part of the level that I've missed, I guess. Is this a different translation than before? I don't think it is.
Demeech.
You're watching Demeech!
That should be the name of Wheelan's evolution.
Oh my god.
I still haven't thought of a name for that, because I'm not going with S.
Crispy. I don't know.
Nah, it doesn't. It
doesn't.
I was gonna say it doesn't. I was gonna say it doesn't fit. Obviously, none of the names fit, but like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone remember if I've just like passed over something, like I've seen it and then just forgot about it? Master Quest is in Oot Rando, we just haven't ever done it that way.
Yeah.
I think I have in my own randomizers, but not in any of the multi-world ones.
Master Quest sucks.
It's a little dumb. I feel like I'd like to try it at some point, but you never wanted to. Alright, I think we're gonna translate this.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I will get my notepad ready.
Okay. So we got... I'm gonna just start on this one. So W... E... W...
Whew.
A...
No, you cannot plan for.
Ugh. The fuck is this one? How have I not seen it? Just like a C with a dot below it. I don't know that one.
Okay.
Then T, and then it repeats.
Ugh.
I'm looking to see if I've ever seen that one before. Oh, I guess it's N.
We want A's.
I don't like A's.
Want A's.
No. Okay, so we have that one.
Want A's.
Shut up. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god.
Domestic abuse.
Yes, clearly. What is this one? B. So yeah, B-A-N. Beer. No, J.
EA Sports.
Oh wait, did that just say banjo? Okay, yeah, banjo. Is this gonna say we want banjo 3? I think it actually does.
My god.
Hold on, what is this letter? Is that a T? Or I guess it's Kazooie. To place in the toxic waste, you can swim. How good yeah, T. Where's the H?
H?
H, yeah, that's definitely what this is. Okay, yep, that's what it says. Alright.
It's actually the toxic hat waste.
But we can't prove that because that video's gone.
What do you think you should do if a bully comes up? Should you, 1, fight the bully, or B, tell the bully that that's not a cool thing to do?
The answer is D. Go and get help from people.
We want A's.
We?
A's.
The We Want More program, whatever the fuck it's called. The We Want More service.
What?
That was like a hoax.
I mean, I remember, there's the Everybody Votes channel.
Yeah, there was a fake press release somebody made for something called the We Want More service. It was basically a means of having DLC for Wii games. From 2008. I'm gonna look up Anodyne, see what that looks like.
About Antipode.
Oh no, it's kind of ugly. I've seen worse. Okay, this isn't that bad. I wasn't being fair. Some of it looks kind of not great, but...
We snakes.
Oh, what the hell?
Hmm?
Graphic style just massively changed up in this part.
Where?
Right. No, in the gameplay thing I'm looking at.
Where? Oh, shut up.
The gameplay thing I'm looking at.
Where?
The gameplay thing I'm looking
Where?
at. The gameplay thing I'm looking at. Okay, it doesn't look that bad.
I never did anything with the Everybody Votes channel, so I don't know. I also still don't know what Wii Connect 24 actually was.
That was a thing. You're not. Is this gonna be one of those things where I tell you and you're like, don't tell me because I won't remember? Or should I just tell you?
I mean, I won't remember, but you can tell me anyway.
It was a thing that allowed your Wii to stay connected to the internet even when it was off, so that you could receive messages on, like, Animal Crossing City Folk. I don't know if anything else ever used it.
I thought Metroid Prime 3 used it for the stupid friend vouchers.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it would allow you to asynchronously connect to other Wii's, basically.
I see.
The 24 was for 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I basically never really did anything with online on the way.
You probably came into this conference with a lot of numbers in your head. 60 FPS, 1080p, 360. Let me add another one. 2.
Alright, well, true to how Banjo usually works, I failed to miss, I failed to find one of the honeycombs, so... if we have a list of where they all are...
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Good shit.
I like that username, Griug.
But yeah, if someone can look up where the honeycombs are, that would be good. I got one of them, I think it was just in a cactus. I need the bee for it. Do they both require the bee? Because I think I already did that for one of them.
In this cave room, you need the bee. Huh.
Have you tried the waterfall? Oh my god.
Have you tried the waterfall?
No, 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 no. That is, brown. Well, it's funny, because I said brown. It's the funny word. I don't even understand when I started saying brown so much. Like, I don't know if it was specifically because of brown bricks. It probably you know, helped.
Yeah. Both need to be. Thank you.
Alright. Well, we're going on a journey.
Does that also mean they can't look up to role models? What if my dog grows up to be a sociopath?
Put the dog in the oven.
Oh my god.
People are like, do you actually want to do that? Because that killing animals is bad.
You gain $1 million and your dog becomes immoral. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Bad.
To the bone.
Oh yeah, I think brown cake was before brown bricks.
Yeah, Brown Cake for Wife was 2016, right?
Yeah.
At least that's when you told the story.
I don't remember what year, but it was a while back.
You told the story in...
The thing is, like, brown bricks... Oh my god. Brown bricks has been around for a long time, and I do remember making fun of it before it was, like, actually a well-known meme. But I don't think I remembered the brown bricks part of it. I think I just remembered, like, you know, building the blocks in Minecraft or something. Because, like, I misremembered it slightly. But yeah, brown cake, it didn't even originate from brown cake for wife. Like, there was just, like, we would occasionally get a chocolate cake from, like, Aldi or something, and I would always call it the brown cake.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Like hot brown.
we went to Aldi recently, and it was not chaotic evil. Joel enjoyed it, and we will probably shop there often, because it is cheap. Have you ever talked about your grocery store like alignment chart?
There's nothing to talk about.
Just the fact that you have one. Like,
Yeah, so a few years ago, I decided, this is like 2016, so I would have been like 17. Actually, I think it was even earlier. I think it was 2015. I was like thinking about various. There were a lot of like alignment chart memes going around at the time. Obviously, those have kind of stuck around, and you see them occasionally, but they were first starting to get big. I was thinking about different supermarkets, and I'm like, I thought of a couple. I'm like, oh, this one's lawful good. This one's, you know, chaotic neutral, and I decided I should make this, and so I did. I put it on Tumblr, and it has like 2,000 or 3,000 notes, I think, which is not a huge amount for Tumblr, but it's not nothing. And that's basically it. And every time I show it to people, most people don't have anything to say about it because most of them are British exclusive supermarkets. Or, sorry, not exclusive, I should say, because there are a couple exceptions. But basically, they're ones that you would find in the UK, and a lot of those you can't find in the US, except for Aldi for some reason, or Aldi, as we call it here.
Which collapsed bridge? Is it in the fortress area?
And yeah, Aldi is in Chaotic Evil on my chart. Like, I don't actually think it's like, you know, the fucking spawn of Satan or anything, but, like, to me, I don't understand the point of that store, because everything there is like the cheap knockoff brand that sucks. Like, yeah, it's cheap, but it fucking sucks dick, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know Aldi's German.
I want to know why there's this tendency for people to add an apostrophe S to stores, because there's Aldi's and then there's Tesco's. But
oh yeah, some breads do that. Lidl's, Asda's. And then the only one that actually has an apostrophe S is Sainsbury's. Trader Joe's is more evil than Aldi. Listen, like I said, this was a UK supermarket tier list. We don't like. I was doing UK ones. Let me see if I can remember off the top of my head.
God,
I think
these
lawful
token locations.
I think lawful good was Iceland. Neutral good was Tesco. Chaotic good was Lidl. Lawful neutral was Sainsbury's. True neutral was Morrison's. Chaotic neutral was Asda, because you can get some really good stuff there, but also a lot of it is kind of questionable. I don't even know about that. Asda's like fine. Asda is kind of like the Walmart. It's either Asda or Tesco, depending on who you ask. Asda is literally owned by Walmart, so though we don't have Walmart here, but you can get some good stuff at Asda. So I put it Chaotic neutral, and then lawful evil is Waitrose, because that's like the expensive one all the rich people shop at. I think neutral evil was Co-op, because they're known for being kind of expensive.
What the fuck is going on with the graphics here?
Evil was Aldi.
Look at this. I wanted to see what was above the horizon, because there was some shit going on, and then I got distracted by the mountain clipping through itself. I can't fucking see what's up there. There was something going on. Yeah, it looked like ukulele. I wasn't sure. Also, that spelling. Goddamn. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay.
Oh, yeah? It's the Hive, whatever the fuck.
Okay, so not this waterfall.
Ivory Towers?
Maybe. I don't remember the names of anything in that game.
Can you shit like a hippo camp?
Oh.
Fla fla fla, ma ma ma, na na na.
Par par. Sing about the par par, sing about the par par.
Could you go in the dish, man? Could you go in the dish, man?
Oh, the Gold Skulltula waterfall? Really?
Living
Oh
in
my
the
god.
sunlight, living in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Lester Oaks, construction worker.
I think a lot of people thought that.
Alright, Honeycomb, show yourself. I guess the answer is not just fly up to the ceiling. God, the bee noise. We're looking and we're looking and we're looking and we're looking and we're peeing and we're snaking and we're puking and we're pumping. What the hell? How did I miss this so many times?
Oh god.
Alright. Well, there we go. I believe that should be everything other than the final level.
Do you say it means shooting star?
Yep, that's looking like everything but the final level.
Damn. Guess next time will be the last stream.
Unless the level turns out to be like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
I had to do it one more time. Okay. We will end. And next time we will actually end. And then the time after that we'll have already have.
And there'll be fits
Have.
and sits.
I wanted to just end after me just saying have a bunch of times, but you ruined
Have.
it. Have.
Yeah, I'm the worst.
Have.